You might, yeah. And a very, very good morning to you. Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right on SABC3. I'm Ewan Stratham, and it is, yes, your Friday. We've made it through the week. The weekend has arrived, and now we can all just be happy and enjoy. Can you feel that weekend energy? It is here. Thank you very much for tuning in. We have a great Friday lineup for you. Princess, good morning, love.
Good morning.
Hey, how are you? How are you?
Good, and you?
I am well. I'm well. It's Friday. How's it looking there with a cup of coffee?
Wow.
Hey? Are we good? Make yourself one as well. Listen, it's going to be a great one. Stay tuned. There's lots to look forward to, lots to talk about as well going into this weekend. So make sure you grab yourself a cup of coffee and join us for the rest of the morning. We are live till 9 o'clock on your screens. Let's say hi to the rest of the presenters.
Hello.
Weird thing because this is where the magic happens.
Absolutely. The panel beating happens here.
Yeah.
Leanne Williams doesn't look always as fabulous. Hubby's Makarel doesn't always look as fabulous. Yakata Kamaboya doesn't always look this fabulous. We have our troll days, and when we walk in here, we need to be de-trolled.
It happens. Of course, Nick Strelitz in the house, everybody.
Morning, Nick. Morning,
You're not
Nick.
mic'd. Okay, so that's
I'm
why
not
you're-
mic'd, but I'll
you're
just
tracking with
pantomime
me.
in the background.
That's cool.
Okay, just
He looks very.
close to me at all times.
Does he look very French? Is it very French or very Italian? I'm picturing you like at the back of a gondola in Durban on some.
I'm not the one doing it myself. I mean, you gotta pay
Do they have
people for that.
gondolas in Durban?
They do. Indeed, yeah. Last week we explored. Was it last week? No, this week.
2 weeks ago as well.
No, it was this week. We were talking about the options that you could explore in our country on a very cheap budget, and one of them is riding a gondola
In Durban.
Who needs Venice?
Wow.
Who needs
Okay.
So you know what, like, guys, what do you think of this outfit?
I like it. It goes with Nick's look. I think you look like your Nick's wife today.
Wife or mistress?
Oh.
Mistress.
Okay. I must say,
Either or?
But you look amazing. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's very summery.
is it a wraparound?
It's a wraparound.
It's a
Would you like me
wraparound.
to unwrap?
No
Well,
no need for it.
Girl, this is a morning
It's
show.
very cool. I've always been a fan of a wraparound.
I feel like Rafi's always like, think about that.
Sportswear.
Yeah, definitely.
Sportswear inspired. This is sort of quite a classic tennis sort of ensemble.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
talked a lot about active wear, making the rounds into ready to wear.
Yeah.
So she is very much on trend.
Yeah.
You're on trend.
With a
It
nice
looks
little
very good. I love
sneaker
it.
there.
I love it on you.
Interesting.
And of course, you guys looking good in your
Yeah,
jeans.
I feel like we're very similar.
You know what's funny? Like back in the day, this would have been considered
Taboo.
broken. Now
Broken.
people are paying good money
Yeah.
for jeans that are actually torn.
Well, I'll tell you what, every time I
It's a
go
thing.
visit my grandmother and I always have like these torn jeans on and she's always going, I don't understand the concept. She says to me, I don't understand. "O tloha, o tseye tjhelete, o ye shopong, o reke jean e tla healing." So basically, like, why would you go do that? Spend money
Why?
on a pair of jeans that's torn. It just doesn't make sense to
Maybe
me.
a form of expression, let's call it that, you know.
Yeah.
Or
The
just fashion.
distress of modern day life that you
Oh, wow.
are allowing to manifest in your pair of denims on your legs.
I feel like Kat's just given many a university student the topic for their dissertations
Yeah.
on fashion in the 21st century. You're welcome, South Africa. You are welcome. Shall we take a look at some weather trends?
Let's do that. Well, if you're going to be in Johannesburg today, well, intervals of clouds and sun with a thunderstorm late in the afternoon, those Joburg storms. Cloud cover increases towards the evening, bringing thunderstorms in a few spots around the city. And a light breeze with low humidity, but rain can be expected to clear by Sunday. So a rain-filled day for you if you're in Johannesburg. Durban, the warmest place to be. It'll be mainly cloudy conditions with a little to no wind. Humidity increases towards the evening, allowing for a warm sunset. Temperatures will fluctuate throughout the day, and rain can be expected on Sunday. So a little bit
no
of a
gondola
cool
rides
down.
on that day.
No, maybe not. Maybe not on
today,
Sunday.
And not on Friday. What's today? Friday, not on Saturday, and not on Sunday either, by the sounds of it.
PE, if you're there, or partly sunny with pleasantly warm temperatures, that's what you can expect from your day. A light easterly wind that picks up in the afternoon and dies towards the evening. And the skies will be clear up until later in the day, so you can enjoy a sun-filled day over the weekend to come. And if you're in the mother city, there's partly sunny conditions with warm temperatures, a light breeze with the south that gets stronger towards the evening. Humidity remains low due to the wind, so that offers some relief, and clear skies towards the late evening. So you will be able to take those warm walks by the beach.
Okay, well, now that you know what the temperatures are looking like, or at least a summary of them, you know exactly what to wear and what not to wear today, right? But we're also making something really good in the kitchen this morning. What's happening there, Ewan?
Alrighty, so in terms of recipes, we're jumping in here. How's it, my brother?
Buddy, you brought me flowers.
I brought you.
You brought me flowers.
Well,
That's
it's
so
more than a
sweet,
flower.
man.
It's a blooming onion. I figured going into the weekend, this is exactly what you need to have a good weekend.
You're going to deep fry it, you're going to pull it apart, you're going to dip it in cheese sauce. It's amazing. But we're making a lot in the kitchen today. What is on your menu?
Dude, we are going to be. I almost feel like the recipes this morning is specifically geared to my weekend because I'm going camping this weekend and I love being outdoors. So pull apart braaibroodjie loaf. We love our braaibroodjies, but we're going to make something different. A pull apart braaibroodjie loaf. That's what we're going to be making. It's going to be absolutely delicious. If you want to get your hands on the ingredients list so long, you can SMS the keyword braai to 33728. That's braai to 33728. And of course, we have to have dessert as well. So we're having a roasted marshmallow peppermint crisp dessert that we're making in those tins right there. Once again, something that you can do outdoors. Dude, I am thrifty this morning. The keyword is dessert. SMS that to 33728 to get your hands on that ingredients list so long. So I think in terms of recipes, we've got you sorted, man.
But I look, because you still want a little bit of excitement, especially with the youngins around the fire when you're camping. You want them to get involved, but it's all about that social element. You have a fire at a camp because that's where the heart of your little mini new home is. So to be able to do exciting stuff, great pull apart bread, pull apart onion rings, I love it.
Exactly.
Absolutely
and you want to make stuff that everyone else is going to be like, you know, what is that guy? What is that going on there? What's it smell? It looks amazing. So
go over there, it's thrifty. Look at him.
He's thrifty.
I've never used it on TV before, twice in one day, man. Awesome. So again, the keyword there, if you want to make your amazing little marshmallow desserts, is dessert to 33721. We'll send you that entire ingredients list. All you have to do is SMS to that number the word dessert.
All right, ladies. Nick, you're back with us again. Zoe's just joined us. Zoe just joined us, and then my mind went, Joey just joined us. So
Okay.
that didn't make sense, but then,
Imagine you get married and you marry a guy named Joey.
Joey, Zoe, then we'll just have to name the kid Chloe.
Would you go with Chloe? Joey, Zoe, and Chloe.
Yeah.
Maui.
As long as you
And
get
then
the
you
O
play
right.
David Zoe. Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Stop it.
Let's not think of my future children's
Taking a
names.
weird turn. Listen, we're talking about the polo, the Veuve Clicquot polo, which is upcoming.
Yes.
And the theme has been revealed. It's Colorama.
Ooh.
So it's really all
Colorama.
Colorama. Are you into it?
No, I have not.
Oh. What?
He didn't. Have you
Did it-
received an invitation?
Ooh, girl.
No,
I'm not going there.
I have received an invitation. I just have
Haven't
not
thought
yet
about the actual.
Thought about it.
theme.
No, or
Yeah.
even the application thereof, like at
Right,
all.
so it's really all about color blocking, and it's taking colors and putting them together, which is color blocking 101.
Okay.
Color blocking.
There we go.
Color blocking. Got it?
Learn,
One
learn.
color, two color. I mean, you're not going to wear this
But
to
it's
polo.
actually
Oh
the
my God, I
same-
hope not.
Palette though. It's the same.
girl,
Do you know what I'm
this
saying?
Da
It's not like
Vinci, yes.
It's not like this is blue and this is orange.
Yes, 100%, exactly.
Yeah.
There has to be some sort of unity
Unity,
in the actual
yes.
look.
What are you
Unity is
saying?
good.
Because the Verb's color scheme is usually yellow, right? So it's yellow everywhere.
Yes,
People
but
tend to gravitate towards yellow.
Yeah.
Are you saying that now we can delve into other colors?
Oh,
For this
absolutely. I would
particular
not
one?
stay on the Clicquot yellow. I think that would be a bit strange.
You
to
can
be
break
drinking
away
the
from
champagne
it.
from the yellow glass with the yellow outfit might be a bit too much. But I think the big thing for Polo is really elevating the looks and making it compete on an international level, because they have the Veuve Clicquot in Los Angeles. They have it in New York as well. So in South Africa, it's going less theatrical and less costumey and very much more sort of higher fashion.
And
meets
classy.
ready to wear.
There's something about the polo that it's just pure class when you look at their style. It's elegant.
It is elegant, yeah. And people, the cameras are on you there. I mean, people show up to
Yeah.
the polos more. I mean, I don't want to say anything about the horses or anything negative about things, but the fashion. I mean, as you guys know,
ponies, Nick. They're
Sorry.
ponies.
the llamas.
Wow.
You see a couple alpacas up in there. Things are very, very scary.
You're actually like taking me way back. I had one of my worst fashion faux pas with color blocking
Yeah,
like a
tell
couple
us.
years ago. It was terrible. I was trying to color block for an event of sorts, and I had white pants, red suede shoes, a blue shirt,
Wow.
and a salmon peachy colored jacket.
Oh my God, Mr.
Like I was,
What's going
for
on?
me, that's what color blocking
Yeah.
was.
You
and
look
then
like a Rubik's Cube, basically.
As Essentially.
The 10-year challenge. I'm doing it now.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And my friends love reminding me of those days. Like, don't you
do
dare.
it.
But you know, it was cool at the time. And that's the
what
thing
I
about
say.
fashion. These trends, they're cool at the time. And you know, in a few years' time, you laugh at some of them.
Of course.
Some stay, some go. And you're like, thank goodness.
I think the big tip for color blocking, and which you've alluded to and which you've alluded to, is you can do color blocking in the same hue.
Yeah.
So you can color block in variations of the same tone.
Yeah.
I think that's always a bit safer than going color,
But
contrast,
if you know, in
contrast.
primary school, your basic color wheel, if you also go opposites, like for example, your blue and your orange, they still pair together. They're opposite.
Guys, I unfortunately
It's very
have to
scientific.
leave this very intense conversation
coming
about
with you.
color, and I am going to be doing some news, but I'll catch up with you later.
Okay, yeah, well,
Maybe some entertainment news would be great.
Yeah, we've got some news to share with you. I don't know if you're paying attention on the social media streets of the past weekend, but it's all been about the royals and Meghan Markle, to be more specific.
And a lot of hate being directed towards Meghan in the British media. She's been receiving a lot of scrutiny, and I think a lot of her American friends and a lot of the American stars are showing her a lot of love.
They are indeed, one of them being Beyoncé, the queen herself in her own right. Now, they say here that art can exist completely in and of itself, but when it's a masterpiece, it tends to be referenced time and time again. And this self-referential tribute from Queen Bee herself, Beyoncé Knowles, has made waves across the internet. So the superstar took to Instagram on Wednesday night to accept her hip-hop mogul, hubby Jay-Z's joint Brit Award for Best International Group. Do they qualify as a group?
They don't,
You can't
but
call
they
them
were
a
a
group, but
great
anyway. Yeah, duo. Let's go with that, which they received for their Everything Is Love album, which was released under the duo's artist name, The Carters. So I guess the Carters do exist, and they are a group as such. But while they couldn't be present at the awards night, they did accept the award in the legendary manner that only they know how to execute, referencing their music video for the lead single of the album, in which they stand in front of the Mona Lisa, a reference of one of their most popular Instagram pictures. The couple are standing in front of a picture of the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, stylized as the iconic painting with the Brit Award in hand. So they're like literally showing her love and saying, "You are the Mona Lisa of our time." How crazy is that? So they posted an accompanying video, and here it is for you to see. Check it out.
Thank you so much to the Brit Awards for this incredible honor. You guys have always been so supportive. Everything is love. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, to get that kind of shout out, that is major, and those kind of friends. And speaking of good friends, I read somewhere that Meghan Markle's best friends, Serena Williams and Amal Clooney, are hosting her baby shower, which they are paying for to the tune of some $200,000.
Listen, they've got that money. Meghan deserves all the love at the moment. I feel like she's been getting a lot of scrutiny, so all the love to her, and of course we can't wait for that royal baby to arrive.
How about we give Meghan some inspiration this morning?
And I think let's give the whole nation some inspiration, because the father of our nation, our quote from today is from the late Tata Madiba, and it says here, "No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin or his background or his religion." An emphasis on no one is born hating another person.
Yeah, we're all taught that through some kind of systematic integration. The kind of groups or communities we find ourselves in all come with their own baggage that they transfer onto us as children. So as much as we've learned that, we can unlearn it.
Yes, we certainly can.
All
well,
right.
It's that time of the morning for us to get the show underway. We'll catch up with the morning headlines, what's happening in the world of sport, and of course, get the show going.
Roll the tape, let's go!
I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, well, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
It's your feel-good breakfast show right here on Expresso, SABC3. Time for us to get you caught up on what's happening in your news all around the world. President Cyril Ramaphosa yesterday paid tribute to the country's armed forces and praised the many ways in which they help those in need. He also laid a wreath at the SS Mendy Memorial on the lower campus of UCT. The Eastern Cape Department of Health will today officially open 2 clinics built at a combined cost of 36 million rand in the rural areas of the province. Zabasa Clinic will be opened at Ngobo and Matlubini Clinic at Kofimbaba. On the international front, Nigerian fuel suppliers have cut the price of petrol to encourage the 84 million registered voters to travel to vote in presidential elections this Saturday after the poll was delayed by a week. A devastating fire has raged through densely packed buildings in an old part of Bangladesh's capital and caused the death of at least 70 people. The blaze was brought under control after more than 9 hours of frantic efforts by firefighters. And then finally, if a personalized number plate simply isn't enough to express your complex personality, then worry not. Soon you'll be able to add an emoji to the mix. Okay, so you'll have to move to Queensland, Australia, but once that's sorted out, you can get your own little smiley starting next month. Oh, and only a few positive faces are allowed, so you'd better be a chirpy driver or else things just won't match up. The choice will be limited to laughing out loud, a winking face emoji, the cool sunglasses, the heart eyes, and the good old standard smiley face. Maybe this is just what we need to brighten up our congested roads in South Africa. So happy emojis all over the place, especially when it comes to the taxi drivers. All that and more happening on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Time for the Sport with Graham.
Let's kick it off with Super Rugby. This morning, the Stormers will have Springboks Frans Malherbe and Evan Etzebeth playing off the bench when they play the Lions in their first home Super Rugby match of the season at Newlands tomorrow. In 4 changes to the starting lineup that was humiliated 43 by the Bulls last weekend, Springbok Damian Willemse now moves to fullback and Sajel Peterson debuts at wing. Crocker Smith also returns for the Lions. Then on to cricket. The Proteas' pace attack once again had to bail out their batsmen in the second test against Sri Lanka at St George's yesterday. Like last week, the Proteas only managed 222 before Kagiso Rabada and Dwayne Olivier shared the scalps in pegging the Islanders back to 60 for 3 at the close of play. Then on to football. In a pivotal game in the Premier League title race on Sunday, Liverpool head to Old Trafford to take on a very different Manchester United to the one they beat 3-1 back in December last year. After Jose Mourinho was sacked just 36 hours afterwards, that team, which had won only 5 of their previous 13 games, has now won 11, drawn 1 and lost only 1 of the 13 since new manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer took over. Then also a major encounter on the local front as the 2 top teams in the PSL, Bidvest and Mamelodi Sundowns, lock horns tomorrow. Sundowns, the defending champions, heading into the encounter, place second on the league standings, just 2 points behind those at the summit, the Students. Now, if you're wondering why it looks like I'm about to burst out crying, it looks like we have a very special guest has just arrived in studio. You better stay tuned.
It's going to be a very exciting Friday going forward, that is for sure. Right now, let's quickly take a look at your weather going into your Friday morning. And first and foremost, thank you very much for your pictures. We love seeing what it looks like in your parts of the world. You can take them, post them on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 page, and we will gladly share them with the nation right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Just like Debbie McAllister has done. Good morning, Debbie, who sent us a sunrise picture from East London. Debbie, you can expect cloudy conditions today with an afternoon breeze reaching around 25 degrees maximum. Thank you very much, Debbie, for taking the time sharing that picture. Have yourself a wonderful day. Taking a look now at the rest of the country's temperatures. Polokwane this morning on 17, reaching a high of 27. There's a chance of thunder showers. Mbombela 20-26, also a thunder showers forecast. Pretoria 16-30, Johannesburg 15-28, Mahikeng 19-32, Klerksdorp 20-32, Kimberley 18 and very, very hot later on today, 37 degrees. Bloemfontein 15-33, Richards Bay 22, reaching a high of 28 today. Pietermaritzburg 16-27, Durban 22, reaching a high of 28. Mthatha 15-25, East London 19-25, Cradock 15-32, Port Elizabeth 18-24, George on 17, your maximum 26, Sutherland 12 minimum this morning, reaching a nice and hot 30. Cape Town 1928, Worcester 1535, Springbok 1132, and Uppington starting off on 20 minimum, reaching a very, very hot maximum of 40 degrees Celsius. Stay cool. That's where I leave your weather for now. We'll bring another roundup just after 7 o'clock.
Yeah, so if you were trying to figure out the reason why Graham is so emotional this morning, why half the studio is in shock, it's because of that bad gentleman over there. I can't call it a bad boy, it's a bad gentleman.
It's a true gentleman.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
The Rugby World Cup is upon us in 2019. And the Webb Ellis Cup is in your feel-good studio. We have it here.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That's right.
Unbelievable.
I just want to say, sir, enjoy your time here because you're coming back here at the end of September. This is going to be your new home.
That's
Absolutely
the only language I understand. Well, look, we're going to take a break right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. After the break, we've also got an exciting music act. She is just a bowl of fire. Her name is Kimberly Fenty, and she is going to give you music like you've never heard before, so make sure you stick around.
You know what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
Madiba touched that.
Yeah, he did.
Oh!
You want to touch it now?
I'm on the verge, eh? Just right there, man.
I can't
right
deal.
there, dude.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Time for us to connect with you on social media. It is Friday. As you can see, Tabiso's doing his birthday dance. And of course, we want to know from you, what are your plans this weekend? And looking at the comments coming through, we have Kushan saying, staying true to myself. Well, thank you for sharing that. Samkelo says, morning fam, just relaxing with the family this weekend. I saw someone here, Bunginkosi, saying, good morning, Expresso family. My plans for the weekend are preparing for the first term's exams because school closing date is near. So, of course, preparing for the all-important exams is coming up over here. But, of course, if you would love to share with us what you are getting up to this weekend, feel free to head on over to our socials with that hashtag Expresso Show.
Oh, my word. It's a Friday morning. Listen, how do we even begin this? Of course, we know sporting highlights coming up over the weekend, big matchups, but scratch all of that for a second and observe the man to our right, Ashfaq Mohammed. Great to have you here, but even greater than he, the Webb Ellis Cup is in the studio on this Rugby World Cup trophy tour. On your field.
Now, you need to find yourself a man who looks at you like that.
Absolutely.
Look at that, buddy. There is something majestic. You said earlier Madiba touched that cup. Francois Pienaar has touched that cup. Some of the greatest rugby players, the legends of the game, have touched that cup. Hopefully, Sia Khaleesi will be touching that cup
from your lips to God's ears, man.
Of Rugby World Cup 2019, but it is something that is truly special, and we've got to thank World Rugby for bringing this around. They are trying to include more of the world, and I think the fact that the World Cup is being hosted in Japan, where you are going to be going,
come on, guys, you must join me, man.
I'll squire for you.
Sure.
Like whatever you need.
Go for it.
Please join me. I will fit into your bag. I'll start losing weight now.
Because I need to get this into my bag after the tournament, you know, just to help Sia and the boys.
I have a feeling they're going to make it really, really difficult. So obviously, the excitement becomes really real for us now, for the entire world, as this makes its way through 19 countries, I understand it. And it's an opportunity, yes, to drive excitement. Do we need any more excitement around this Rugby World Cup? From a South African perspective, how positive is a platform like this for us where the brand is now?
Yeah, it's enormous. You know, you go through the slog of the Super Rugby pre-season and the guys didn't have much rest, but I think after seeing this boy, or this man, or this gentleman, I think now the competitive juices are going to flow. The guys at Super Rugby is almost like one big trial now for the Rugby World Cup. You know, it's all about proving yourself. You want to be there in Japan in September, and this is what it's all about, the Webb Ellis Cup. You know, and remembering Francois Pienaar hosting it in '95, John Smith in 2007, we won Siam Tanda Khaleesi end of November or early November 2019. In Japan.
You just took me back to that ad.
In the number 6 jersey as well.
Simtanda izolo, simtanda namhlanje, simtanda no. I love that. I would love to see that happen. But just talk about the Rugby World Cup being hosted in a typically non-traditional.
What does this mean for the nations, for those, we would call them fringe teams, if you will? What does it mean for Japan?
Well, Japan is not such a fringe team, eh? Remember what happened in 2015? They beat the Springboks in the opening game. No, we must go there because that shows Japan is a rugby country, you know. And now hosting
the Sunwolves have been proving it, improving year on year.
So now hosting the ultimate tournament in the world. Hopefully from here on, they'll become a powerhouse in world rugby.
So if you don't know, Ash, here's the good news, okay? There are actually still tickets and quite a few tickets available for South African games. Up against our old foes, Namibia, I love that. Up against Italy, a bit of a hoodoo side for many in a tournament like this. And you've got up until the 31st of March to be able to purchase tickets. So if you
of course, the first match is the All Blacks, 21st of September. That's, you know, that's almost going to decide the Pool B.
I was going to say, well, is that the match? Is that not the final? Do you see this being a Southern Hemisphere dominated, or do you see the Northern Hemisphere dominating?
I'm not so sure it's going to be like in the past. You know, the Northern Hemisphere teams are really fighting hard. Ireland, we know what they've done. They've beaten the All Blacks. England just thrashed Ireland now in the Six Nations. So Eddie Jones and the boys are coming back as well. Wales is always in the mix there. France, you never know which side of the bed they're going to wake up on. They could
but
just
they will destroy someone's hopes and dreams, no doubt.
So it's such an exciting tournament coming up this year.
Yeah, man, what a special time. And, of course, people can get a chance to see the Rugby World Cup on tour. It's going to be going around, right?
Yes, it's in Stellenbosch today, I believe. Yesterday was at the Springbok Museum at the waterfront. So people got a chance here to take their pick with the trophy as well.
You're not allowed to touch it, so don't just walk up to it and touch it thinking that you can. But I love the fact that it's going to countries, some countries that have never experienced rugby on this level at all. We're talking about countries that I think are going to have that love of the game ignited in them. It's going through Malaysia, India, Nepal, Pakistan, and Chile as well.
Wonderful.
As part of this tour. So I think we are really lucky, and we should feel proud that it's come to our home shore. So if we look at the state of Southern Hemisphere rugby at the moment, there are a couple of Super Rugby matches that are happening this weekend that really do highlight where we are, how much work has to be done. Let's start with the international conference first. The Crusaders back at it again.
Crusaders against Hurricanes. That's a match of the weekend in New Zealand. You know, Crusaders nearly went down to the Blues last week in Auckland, but now they're back at home in Christchurch. So that's going to be a massive game. Of course, in South Africa, the Stormers Lions is a big one. Stormers got a hiding last week against the Bulls, and the Lions won for the first time in Argentina against the Jaguares. So both teams, you know, Lions on the high, and the Stormers have a point to prove.
We don't have any more time.
We don't have time, but just a score. Just give us a score. Liverpool, prediction. Man United.
Man United 2-1, thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
2-1, I'll take it.
Please step away from the trophy. Please step away from the trophy. Once again, a massive thank you to World Rugby for bringing the Weber Ellis Cup to our little slice of heaven here, and hopefully the spirit will stay here long enough for the trophy to return. But this has got to be one of the highlights, I think, ever.
I'm catching the feels, guys. Catching the feels. In union.
Can I touch it down? No, I can't.
No,
we'll take a quick break.
We'll see you after the break.
Wow.
You grab it.
Constellations tell the stories. Feeble mind can recall. Transcendence is essential, but that too is a silent act. Space and silence. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome to it. Can you feel an air of competitive spirit? It's not just because we have been blessed with the Weber Ellis Cup. How awesome, just so cool. So we're going to be on a buzz for a while now, but of course that real competitive spirit flowing through the team here is because we're about to play Expresso Rewind.
I don't know why I'm sitting here.
Wow, Zoe.
Because these three are the most most competitive.
She says that. That sounds like smack talk. That sounds like
That sounds like
hustle.
Okay. How to hustle.
All right, guys, you know the deal. I need a sound and a different sound from each of you. I can't have.
No.
I mean, not to what you've had in the past, but from each other. I can't have sounds that sound similar.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Ewan?
Look, I'm going to stay with my old one because it's effective.
I don't need.
Bang. See,
Yes, I hate
Oh,
it.
Zo.
it's amazing.
So,
What's your
Zo.
sound?
does it come
Zo.
with Zo?
It comes.
Did you have to do it in that
variations
deep-
of Zo will come out.
Okay. Does it have to have the hand movement as well? Zo.
Yeah.
Kia.
Will come out low or high. We don't know.
Catman. Okay.
I'm gonna go with yeah.
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 Like you're calling taxi or you're calling
Yeah.
someone. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that. Okay, so I'm gonna stick to my
I'm
tried and
guessing
tested.
your trademark.
What's yours? Yeah.
Yeah. Like the taxi braking.
Yeah.
There we go. And everyone gets on board. Okay, guys, are you ready?
What
Enough
happened there?
shenanigans. I'm enjoying this friendly vibe. Yeah, this is quite unlike you guys.
Okay.
All right, guys, so you know the drill. Wait until I finish the question. All right. Okay, you ready?
Hang on.
Don't look. Don't look.
Oh, my word.
Look at the
Did we have a premature touching of the golden monkey? We might have, eh?
Needed to just make
Can't touch the monkey prematurely.
Okay, let's
Let's go.
okay, not to make light of this first question because this is quite a heartbreaking one. Which global fashion designer passed away this week? You're gonna have to go with you and Karl Lagerfeld.
No!
For a second, I thought she's like, no, you're wrong.
But he did. I thought you were saying no, he didn't pass away. I thought you were that much of a fashion. You are correct. You get this one. He did. He bagged it, man.
I bagged it. Okay.
All right, guys. Okay.
I'm in it.
You almost got disqualified.
You need to wait for him to finish.
Which South African restaurant was crowned best in the world? Okay, sorry, guys.
Zo!
You know that was sorry, guys.
You can't give it to him the whole time.
Graham, I swear, right? If we had to play this, no, I do. I'm just saying, if you had to play this back, right, in slow motion, you would have realized.
Do you want to go to the VAR?
Do you know what I say to you?
Do you want to go to the VAR?
Do you know what I say to you?
Director.
Katlejo,
Yeah, you
bang, bang.
All right, Wolfgang, it is 2 plays 0. All right, guys, this is your chance. Let your buzzer sound do your talking. What's the name of the DJ duo of Kyle Kasim and his brother Austin? Gotta go with T-Man.
Cinnamon.
Oh, man, alive.
Cinnamon, it is 2 plays 1
I
plays.
did not know.
Yeah.
I actually did not do it.
Hey!
I'm not like cinnamon.
Come on, you still have a chance. Come on, T-Man. What is the best blog in South Africa?
You went before the question finished.
It's not untrue. Yay! We're gonna have to go for one more buzzer sound at the end of the question. What is the best blog in South Africa? Zoe, that was Zoe.
Goodthingsguy.com.
Well done. You get an extra half a point for the .com. For getting it right, but ladies and gentlemen, the Golden Monkey returns to a man who has held it aloft many times this season.
Thank you.
Congratulations, you and
You need to
Straight
retire from this game at some point. You and
Never.
No.
Go for an MVP.
Can't have it.
Of course, you can play along. We've got a great question for you on our social media platform as well. Go and check it out, answer. And you can check out all of our YouTube clips to catch up and maybe get a VAR clip to see if Ewan was in fact the rightful winner.
I just wanted to say, the way there's such corruption in this game,
You have just terrified.
we are Nuga, good
We're going to take a quick break. We'll see you just now. We'll see you now.
It's good. That's good.
Space and silence is as essential.
It's your Friday morning on your Feel Good Breakfast Show for the Africa Channel. Let's start off by taking a look at your news headlines. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation yesterday announced Sheikh Omar Saidi as the new Africa Director. A statement said Saidi joins at a critical time for the foundation's work in Africa. A Senegalese national, he joins the Gates Foundation from the World Bank Group's International Finance Corporation, where he was the Regional Director for Sub-Saharan Africa based in Nairobi. Reacting to the announcement, Saidi, who holds an MBA from Harvard Business School, said he looks forward to exploring new strategies that will help increase the foundation's impact on the continent. And Uganda's ruling party has endorsed President Yoweri Museveni, 74, as its candidate in the 2021 elections, which could see him re-seek election for a sixth term. The National Resistance Movement called for Museveni to continue leading the movement and the state in 2021 and beyond to eliminate bottlenecks to transformation. The move comes after a bill was signed scrapping presidential age limit of 75, which could have blocked Museveni from running again. This sparked demonstrations and an outcry from the opposition, which accused the president of seeking to rule for life. And Nigerian fuel suppliers have cut the price of petrol to encourage the 84 million registered voters to travel to vote in presidential elections this Saturday after the poll was delayed by a week. Both of the main parties have expressed concern that the present fuel price would result in a reduced voter turnout. Two airlines have now offered discounts to people who showed their voting cards, and the National Union of Road Transport Workers, which has about 2 million members, has also agreed to provide discounts to travellers. And a devastating fire has raged through densely packed buildings in an old part of Bangladesh's capital, causing the deaths of at least 70 people, officials said yesterday. The fire in Dhaka was mainly brought under control after more than 9 hours of frantic efforts by firefighters. Some of the approximately 50 people injured were critically burned. The neighborhood is a mix of residential and commercial with buildings that commonly have shops, restaurants or warehouses on the ground floors. And with that, we leave your news headlines on your Feel Good Breakfast Show for the Africa Channel.
Thank you. 30 seconds to Zoe.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Well, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's that time of the morning for us to get 5FM's pick of the weekend. Roger Good, Sharesi Ryder, Miss Cosmo, and Robbie Cruz. Are you guys there?
Morning!
Oh, yes, you are there. How's it going, guys?
Morning!
Love the energy. Well, listen, we are certainly excited. It is Friday. But what have you guys got going this weekend?
All right, we got three hot exclusive picks for you this morning. First up, we got to tell you about the Lego Expo that is going down in a little part of Joburg called Rainsuk. Come and join the Johannesburg LUG at Maragon Rainsuk for a fun-filled Lego Expo. There's lots to see and do. Over 50 Lego displays, speed building competitions, robotics displays, pop-up toys, pop-up shops, touch shops. It's going to be insane. Bring the kids to the Lego Expo happening at Maragon Rainsuk, Roodepoort, 23rd of January from 9 in the morning. Free entry. What do you say, Mama Bear, huh? All right, that's first up. And number two, we're down to Cape Town, about the city, for the Cape Town Pizza and Pasta Festival 2019. Welcome to Cape Town's one and only Pizza and Pasta Festival. Expect gourmet pizza and pasta dishes, dessert pairings, wine pairings, craft beer pairings, live music, kiddies entertainment, 360-degree views of the glorious Table Mountain, Granger Bay, V&A Waterfront, the Cape Town Stadium, you name it. It's going to be sick. Tickets are on sale now through web tickets and Pick and Pay stores. That is the Cape Town Pizza and Pasta Festival happening Fort Wynard, Cape Town, Saturday the 23rd of February from midday. And finally, we got tickets. We're going to go and watch the funniest man on the planet, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Australian stand-up comedian Jim Jeffries is in South Africa, mate!
Woohoo!
He's a political commentator, he's an actor, writer. Jim Jeffries is one of the best-known names in comedy on the planet, and it's going down this weekend, the Night Talker Tour in Grand Arena in Cape Town. I think that's tonight. No, sorry, that's tomorrow. And then the 20th Grand Arena in Cape Town, and the 22nd and 23rd at the Teatro Monte Casino in Johannesburg. Jim Jeffries, $700. we'll get you in. What do you say, Zoe, baby? How you doing,
listen,
mate?
sounds exciting. Well, listen, here in Cape Town this morning, we had the Webb Ellis Trophy in studio. Of course, a lot of excitement building up to the Rugby World Cup 2019. But of course, Super Rugby action taking place this weekend. Yes, play that cow sounds because the Stormers will be taking on the Lions at Newlands. Kickoff is at 5:15. And of course, there's also a new refurbished section to Newlands Stadium. It's a special edition and that's at the halfway line. It's called the business class and those seats are available on upgrade at 320 Rand each. Of course, a busy weekend, not only in Cape Town, Durban and there in Joburg. But guys, great to see you.
That's great to hear from you, mate. Have a great weekend, mate.
You too. That was the Roger Good team, of course, bringing all of their unique sounds to your Feel Good Breakfast show.
Righto, so right on to some feel-good news this morning. I love the Roger Good team. What was the cow doing in the mix today?
There's always some little farm animal that is a part of the mix.
It was fun. Listen, here's an interesting thing. Now, we know that for many up-and-coming artists, it's very, very difficult to break into the music industry in terms of just getting their music out there and getting their name out there as well. It's really, really tough. But for the past year and a half, an event called the Feel Good Series have been giving that platform to emerging artists to really go about getting the music into the mainstream.
Well, it's back for its 18th edition at the brand new Arts and Culture Precinct of the, or not brand new, but new, at the Victoria Yards in Johannesburg. And this edition promises to probably be one for the books.
Let's take a look.
For the past 18 months, the Feel Good series has been a must-attend event on the Joburg social calendar. Not only is it a great way to kick back, relax while tickling those musical senses, but what makes this initiative so special is that it's a great way to expose up-and-coming talent.
This Saturday's edition will be a creative jamboree of music, fashion, art and culture titled Umi, the Arabic word for mother. In effect, that's what Nandi is to this series of events.
Tell me how and why did Feel Good series come about? What inspired the creation of this music experience?
Well, I'm a really huge fan of alternative and emerging artists, and I really love a good groove, so I decided to put the two together to create Feel Good series. It's really a platform from artists that I consider to be the other, to have an opportunity to perform amongst people who are of their respective genres and of themselves.
How has the series grown over the past 18 months? And talk to us about the theme this time around.
So after 18 months, we've not only grown in numbers, but I think we've done a better job at curating our artists. We've done a better job at, I suppose, answering their needs and just like in terms of curating the experience. And what this edition is about celebrating this. It's a bigger, hopefully better edition of Feel Good series. So it's Feel Good series presents Umi, and we've basically dubbed it as the mother of Feel Goods.
How do you go about curating the lineup?
So when it comes to curation, sometimes it's about the loudest voice in the room, but seriously, we take a lot of care and attention into how we select the artists. And I think it's about finding that really sweet spot where it's a new artist, but they're just bubbling under, so you know that you're going to be like one of the first. So you want to be just before they blow up.
This installment will host 4 live acts and 8 DJs, including Younger Yaya, DJ Doo-Wop, Darky Fiction, Mystical Ebony Black Congo, and Muzi Mazabuko.
Muzi, as an artist who's performed at Feel Good series before, why would you say that this is such an important platform for up-and-coming musos?
I think that it is the most important platform for emerging artists because that's what they do. Like I think that's their whole MO, to bring out people who don't know of. It's cool that they've always believed in us, like coming from an early stage as well, growing as artists.
Tell us a little bit about your style and the genre of music you perform for those who aren't familiar with it.
Call it genre fluid, modern African music, because I do not stick to any particular genre. It's more based on feeling.
Why would you say people should come out and support Feel Good series?
Because it's one of the few platforms where they're offering new artists like me, like a shot. You know, I think it's important that people like sort of open their horizons with regards to the music they listen to, and Feel Good is like the perfect platform for that.
Come on.
Guys, for someone who's not familiar with your style of music, how would you describe it?
We like to call it nostalgics today, so it takes influences from the past and the nostalgia that gave us and the music that we grew up on, and it brings it to 2019.
So what can people expect from you come Saturday?
On Saturday, people can expect a lot of energy. Us as Daggy Fiction, we are a duo that really loves the stage, so it's one of our main things that we really like to do as musicians. So what we're looking forward to on Saturday would be the other performers. These are people that we follow, these are people that inspire us, and also, besides just watching them also perform, we'd also like to see what this place looks like, because this venue is amazing, and it's the first time we've been here, and we're looking forward to see it when it's filled up a bit more, so yeah.
What would you say makes Victoria Yards the perfect venue for Feel Good Series this time around?
Have you walked around here? It is beautiful. I love the fact that it is a creative hub and complex, and I think the Feel Good series has always been about, you know, the creative community. So to have it in what is now becoming like the hub of all different kinds of artisans, for me, is just like really poetic. I think the thing that sets Feel Good series apart in general, and not just the festival, is the fact that if you take a look at our lineup, some of the names are pretty unknown. So I think that if you're a person who's into music, respect and love the genre, this is a great opportunity to get put on.
From hip-hop to dancehall to Afro beats and so much more. If you're a music lover and if you're looking for something fun to do in Joburg this weekend, as you've heard for yourself, Feel Good series will definitely not disappoint.
It's one to check out, the Feel Good series. Look, we're going to take a break right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. After the break, how is that even a thing? You can choose your friends, but can you choose your family? Renting families in Japan.
What?
It's unbelievable, yeah.
How's that even a thing, like, for real?
You can go choose a family, but that's coming up after the break.
Awesome stuff. And apart from the bizarre news from the world out there, we've got some great music, great entertainment in the form of none other than Kimberly Fenty, who joins us on your Feel Good Breakfast Show on this Friday. There she is, looking absolutely lovely. Kimberly, give us a bit of a teaser. What are you going to be doing for us?
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover. Southern breeze whispers my It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Yes, welcome back to it. It is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. It's a Friday, guys. Yes, it is, but it's not just that. It's that time of the morning where we get to wish you a very happy birthday if you're celebrating your birthday. Some of our fam. It's a whole long list of birthdays as well, right?
It is a big list.
Let's get into the first two right there. First one, Linda is celebrating her birthday today. Happy birthday, Linda. Hope you enjoy your day. And that's a message from your mom, Winnie. She's Linda. And next up is Connor, who's celebrating his 12th birthday today. Happy birthday from Mom and Dad. We hope you have an awesome day, Connor.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday.
Connor. Well, next we have Fata Kana. If this is the same Fata as the pictures we receive every morning for sunrise photos. Fata is celebrating his 72nd birthday for today, and your family would just love to wish you all of the best. A happy birthday, and they cannot wait to party with you tonight.
We love you,
and of
Fata.
course,
Happy
another
birthday.
one, we have Randir, who's celebrating his birthday, and this is a message from his wife, Pravita, who says, I would like to wish my sexy husband a happy birthday.
Oh, I love that. Their mom and dad would like to wish their precious Matthew a happy second birthday. Nunnies. More strength, Matthew. We love you, dude. And then good morning, guys. I'd like to wish my only son and Lord Lomaki, Michael, find us a very happy 21st birthday. Lots of love coming from Dad. Michael, happy birthday, bro. It's a big one.
There we go.
And then we've got Linomta. Is it Linomta? Linomta Dabula, who is celebrating her 17th birthday today. Happy birthday, Linomta.
That's it. And then we have Anne is turning 17. Now, Anne, you are deeply loved by your entire family. Have yourself a wonderful day from Fred, Mark, Lee, and the boys.
There we go. We also have a wish for Checo Jr., who's celebrating his 8th birthday for today. May your mom and dad, they wishing you all of the best and hope you have the most amazing day. And we also have the happiest of birthdays going out to Ross, who is turning 11, and that is Love You Mouse from Mom. So Mom obviously calls Ross Mouse.
Very sweet. Then happy 20th birthday to Micheline. May you have the best year ever. That's from your friend Tyrone. Happy birthday, Micheline. Then Amana is celebrating her 8th birthday. Happy birthday. Lots of love from Mom and Dad, Amana.
All right, then we've got Isabella. Happy birthday, Isabella. She's turning 8 years old today.
Look at
Happy
that little
birthday,
gorgeous
little
face.
princess.
And there we have it. That's a whole lot of birthdays.
That's a lot of birthdays.
We barely scratched the surface in terms of birthdays. So if you are celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday. And if you would like us to give you a bit of a shout out, birthdays@cardova.tv. That's where you can email those photos and a little bit of information. Maybe a sweet message that you want to wish your loved one a very happy birthday.
All right, well, it's time for some music right now on your Feel Good Breakfast show, and to be part of an exciting journey of this young lady standing next to me, Kimberly Fenty, who's about to drop her EP. Is it next month, you say?
Next month,
So it's very, very exciting.
Yeah.
You've worked on the music.
Yeah.
Hopefully, is it ready to print and go?
It's ready to go. It's ready to be printed.
Excellent.
Can't wait to share with you guys.
And you're going to be sharing it with us live here this morning. What is the first song you've prepared for us?
I'll be singing Space and Silence. I hope you guys enjoy.
An original number. Take it away. The stage is all yours.
Thank you.
Reminiscence of pure laughter from a place so very far. Finding solace after midnight is often very hard. Space and silence is as essential to the mind as sound. Space and silence is essential to your mind as sound. Constellations tell the stories that my feeble mind can't recall. Transcendence is essential, but that too is a silent act. Space and silence is as essential to the mind as sound. Space and silence is as essential to your mind as Space and silence is as essential to your mind as sound. Space and silence is essential to your mind as sound.
Wow.
In your national news this morning, President Cyril Ramaphosa yesterday paid tribute to the country's armed forces and praised the many ways in which they help those in need. He also laid a wreath at the SS Mende Memorial on the lower campus of UCT. The Eastern Cape Department of Health will today officially open 2 clinics built at a combined cost of 36 million rand in the rural areas of the province. Zabasa Clinic will be opened in Ngobo and Matlubini Clinic at Kofimvaba. On the international front, Nigerian fuel suppliers have cut the price of petrol to encourage the 84 million registered voters to travel to vote in presidential elections this Saturday after the poll was delayed by a week. A devastating fire has raged through densely packed buildings in an old part of Bangladesh's capital and caused the death of at least 70 people. The blaze was brought under control after more than 9 hours of frantic efforts by firefighters. And then finally, 2 days ago, it was Wolfgat, and now we have another global winner. A unique South African coin has been awarded the 2019 title of Best Contemporary Event Coin at the Coin of the Year Awards in Berlin, Germany. The SA Mint bagged the accolade for its 2 rand crown coin depicting the world's first successful human-to-human heart transplant. The coin marks the 50th anniversary of this historic event, a world first performed by the late Dr. Chris Barnard at the Groote Schuur Hospital in Cape Town on the 3rd of December 1967. We gladly embrace this win for South Africa, especially because of its inspiration, the heart transplant, which revolutionized medicine forever. Time for us to take another look at what's happening in the world of sport. Graham has those details.
Let's start with Super Rugby. The Stormers will have Springbok first choices Frans Malherbe and Evan Etzebeth playing off the bench when they take on the Lions in their first home Super Rugby match of the season at Newlands tomorrow. And 4 changes from the side of the starting lineup, at least, that was humiliated 43 by the Bulls last weekend. Springbok Damian Willemse now moves to fullback and Sergio Peterson debuts at the wing. Of course, Kwagga Smith also returns for the Lions. Then on to cricket, the Proteas' pace attack once again had to bail out their batsmen in the second test against Sri Lanka, kicking off at St George's Park yesterday. Like last week, or very similarly, the Proteas only managed 222 before Kagiso Rabada and Dwayne Olafia shared the scalps and pegging the Islanders back to 60 for 3 at the close of play. And on to football, a pivotal game in the Premier League title race on Sunday as Liverpool head to Old Trafford to take on a different Manchester United, certainly to the one they beat 3-1 in December last year. After Jose Mourinho was sacked just 36 hours after that, that team, which had won only 5 of their previous 13 games, has now won 11, drawn 1 and lost only 1 of 13 under new manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And of course, a major encounter on the local front as well as the 2 top teams in the PSL, Bidvest Wits and Mamelodi Sundowns, lock horns tomorrow. Sundowns, the defending champions, are heading into the encounter, placed second on the league standings, just 2 points behind the Students. We'll continue to track those stories throughout the show this morning.
Thank you, G. Let's take a look at your roads this morning. We start off in the Western Cape in Langa. On the N2 inbound, there has been an accident before Bunga Avenue. The left lane is currently obstructed and delays can be expected. Please do approach that area with caution. Staying with the Western Cape in Belleville, on the N1 outbound, it will be closed between the Yip de Jager off-ramp and the Durban Road on-ramp in order to conduct surface rehabilitation. It's set to take place from 7 p.m. today until 5 a.m. on Monday morning. Please make use of the N2 as an alternative route. And after the trains, the T3505 train is stationary at Maitland due to a defective set. Please allow for an extended travel time this morning. Your next report will be at 7:30.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu-C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Thank you so much, Tabitha. Let's quickly take a look at your weather once again going into your Friday. First and foremost, though, thank you very much for your beautiful picture. Patsy Delancey-Smith, who sent us fantastic sunrise picture from Komike. Patsy, you can expect partly cloudy conditions with seasonably warm temperatures and a bit of a light breeze blowing as well, reaching a maximum of 25. Patsy, thank you very much for your picture. Have yourself a wonderful day. Remember, you can continue sending us those pictures, showing us what it looks like in your parts of the world. Just post them on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page. Your temperatures now for the rest of the country. Polokwane starting off on 17, your maximum 27 and a chance of thunder showers. Some thunder showers forecast for Mbombela today as well. 20 minimum, you reach a maximum of 26. Pretoria 16:30, Johannesburg 15:28, Maikeng 19:32, Klerksdorp 20, reaching a high of 32. Kimberley 18 and very hot, 37 degrees later on today. Bloemfontein 15:33, Richards Bay 22 and your maximum 28. Pietermaritzburg 16:27, Durban 22, reaching a high of 28. Mthatha 15:25, East London 19:25. Cradock starting off on 15, your maximum 32. Port Elizabeth 18:24, George 17:26, Sutherland 12 and a high of 30. Cape Town 19:28, Worcester 15:35, Springbok 11:32, and Uppington on 20 minimum, reaching a very hot maximum of 40 degrees Celsius. As a wrap up your weather and your temperatures for the 7 o'clock bulletin, we'll have another update for you in half an hour's time.
What a Friday. Listen, we're having fun. Hope you're having fun too. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, one of the most heartwarming stories that I've ever had the privilege of covering. We're promoting healthy living from within the classroom and thus developing the next generation of South Africans to be healthier citizens, more productive in society.
Oh, certainly exciting things. Can't wait to see that. And of course, we'll bring you a tech update. The Flat Earth movement, it continues to grow. We'll bring you an update on all of that. But Princess, please, can you sort us out with a cup of coffee? Pretty please.
And a croissant.
Okay.
Because it's not a croissant, guys.
And a croissant.
It's a croissant. That's what they call it. And it's fresh.
Yes. Those are my favorites.
Make it happen, Princess. How can I get cheesian on the side as well? Nice. We'll see you after the break.
Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe. See you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We hope you filled up those coffee cups because for more than a decade, Woolworths have been making valuable educational resources and learning opportunities available to thousands of schools participating in the Woolworths educational programs.
Exactly. Now, with a long-term commitment to finding innovative ways to share expertise in design, healthy living and sustainability within school communities, we sent Katlego back to the classroom for some lessons at Zwanswijk Academy to see this inspiring program in practice.
The Woolworths Making the Difference educational program is one way in which Woolworths supports the upliftment of education in South African schools. And they do this through the development of inspiring educator resources and offering teachers, learners and parents a range of exciting learning activities. So when we found out about that, we had to get in on the action and back in the classroom to find out more.
It's been a while since Katlego found himself headed for the principal's office, but this time it was for all the right reasons.
Ms. Adams, how did Zwanswijk Academy become part of the Woolworths Making the Difference educational program's class lessons?
You know, it's quite an exciting thing, really. Zwanswijk's always been committed to healthy living, healthy lifestyle, getting our children just to be the best they can be, and that involves a healthy lifestyle. And when Woolworths came along and offered us an opportunity to be part of a program that is promoting that, we of course jumped on board and thought, wow, this is just great. So we've seen a difference in lunch packs, we've seen a difference in attitude towards sports, we've seen just a difference in teaching even. And yeah, thank you to Woolworths for making that difference, that impact, and absolutely fantastic.
Using movement, rhyme, storytelling, games and group participation, professional presenters teach healthy and sustainable living. Grade 4 teacher Ilse October sees the difference.
Mr. October, why do you think it's so important for schools to be involved in programs like this?
Programs like these broaden the learners' knowledge of healthy eating and all of the other different programs that they have. So I feel it's a lot of fun for the learners, they enjoy it. And also, it makes it much easier for a teacher because now somebody else comes from outside and they give the learners a whole different experience to what we normally give them. They grasp it so much easier because he uses different ways to get them excited for it.
What difference have you seen in your own teaching and perhaps maybe in the learners as well as a result of being involved in this program?
It influences me in a positive way to watch what I eat, watch what I drink, and the learners as well. And also because they are eating healthier and they have a healthier lifestyle now, the learners focus better in class. We get more from them when it comes to athletics. They think outside of the box so much more. You don't get a tired learner who comes into your class in the morning. You know that this learner is full of energy. They are ready, not just ready for interval, but ready for the lesson from the start. So it influences them so much.
These creative, grade-specific lessons are clearly working.
Our teacher taught us everything about fruit and we had lots of fun, and we learned that you must eat vegetables and we learned that you must eat a healthy breakfast in the morning and you must drink lots of water.
It's important to eat healthy so we can get energy and strong muscles and strong bones.
Tando Tladi is the national manager for these Woolworths educational programs.
Tando, it's very clear from what I've seen today that this program has had a huge impact on the teachers and the learners. But tell me a bit more about why the Woolworths educational program's class lessons has been so close, or is so close, to the heart of Woolworths.
Well, Woolworths is a big food business, as you know, and good, nutritious food has always been a pivotal focus for us. So we thought, why not bring these two worlds together? We know that childhood obesity remains a problem in our country, so drawing on our own skills and expertise, we designed a program that will enable us to transfer our skills and expertise to these learners for them to impart in their everyday lives. So the National Education Department, through its schools nutrition program, advocates for healthy living education in our schools. Our program seeks to reinforce these messages by giving practical knowledge and skills to learners. Any school is welcome to join our program. All they have to do is email us at mtd@woolworths.co.za.
I really thought that was very interesting. I learned a new song that I can sing, and I learned that carbohydrates are good for your energy, that you should have a variety of foods, and that you should have a lot of water during the day.
My best part of the day was that we got to sing a nice song. I'm gonna go tell my mom and dad that I can eat healthy more, because I maybe haven't been eating quite healthy.
So through the Woolworths educational programs class lessons, the idea and the hope is to equip these young minds with the vital information they need regarding nutrition and how it relates to their overall well-being. And hopefully that seed has been planted and these lessons will stand them in good stead for the rest of their lives. Guys, how does that song again go? Here we go. Yeah, stand together and find the beat.
Stand together and find the beat.
Give me something good to eat.
Give me something good to eat.
We all know that we need 5.
We all know that we need 5.
For feeling healthy and alive.
For feeling healthy and alive.
Hey,
hey,
oh,
oh,
yeah,
yeah,
oh,
oh.
Oh man, I think I'm definitely going to become a teacher in my next lifetime if that's what it's like to be in a school and to teach young minds all the values of good nutrition and health. And so this morning we're joined by National Manager of Woolworths Educational Programs, Thando Tladi, who joins us in studio this morning to chat about how Woolworths has been making valuable educational resources and learning opportunities available to thousands of schools participating in the Woolworths Educational Programs class lessons, and with a long-term commitment to seeking innovative ways to share expertise in design and healthy living and sustainability within school communities. Now, we wanted to find out more and how exactly we can help make that difference. Because, Thando, as I was saying while we were watching this is really important work.
Certainly.
We're developing the next generation of South Africans, which hopefully will feed into the future of this country, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, how many schools are involved?
We've got about 3,000 schools across the country, primary schools, and 500 high schools that we work with currently,
That's incredible. And all of this started back in 2003.
That's right.
How did this idea come about, and why was it so important for you guys as Team Woolworths to bring it about?
So the program came about as an extension of the My School program. As you know, that's the fundraising component of what we offer at Woolworths. And we thought we've got so much expertise, we've got so much knowledge, we've got so much information. How do we further our investment in communities? And the program was born really from that, to support education and to support learners in the various communities that we operate in.
So drawing up a program like this must be quite a challenging task, because you are, as I said earlier on, feeding young minds. So you've got to find a cool and effective way of feeding the information, but that it lands on fertile soil and ends up, growing into beautiful knowledge. So how did you make sure that the program is implemented effectively?
Yeah, I think as you can recall, in your school days, it wasn't always the easiest, learning, sitting at a desk and listening to the teacher the whole time. And I think we thought about how do we creatively convey these key messages. So the class lessons are really about edutainment, so using storytelling, rhythm, rhyme, music, group participation to really get them involved in the lesson. And by so doing, they retain the information a lot more, and they're able to impart it and use it in their daily lives a lot more.
With Woolworths being such a multi-layered institution that focuses on so many different things, why was it so important for you guys to focus on the importance of good nutrition and give these kids that knowledge?
So as you know, Woolworths is a big food business, and a very key part of the strategy in the foods business is creating good, healthy, nutritious food. A lot of time, research, and expertise goes into that. And so as part of our CSI strategy as well, education being a key focus, we thought of bringing these two worlds together so that we support not only our own CSI strategy, but the National Schools Nutrition Program as well, in their mandate to teach children about nutritious meals and healthy living.
So since 2003, and then thousands of schools later, and hopefully even more thousands to come in the coming years. What's been some of the difference that you've seen, or maybe some of the stories you've heard from educators, from learners about the efficacy of this program?
So running a program like this, you obviously want to hear back from your audience around whether or not it's working. And I think one of the key things that we've seen is obviously learners taking ownership of their lunch boxes. So not just accepting the same old tired brown sandwich from mom, but wanting to eat a more holistic, a more balanced meal. But most importantly, Kat, I'd say the biggest difference is around the tuck shops. We also support tuck shops in creating healthier environments. So it's not just about teaching the learners, but it's creating an overall healthier school environment and getting tuck shops to understand that they are key in producing this healthy environment that we're after.
Absolutely. And then what about the broader public? How are you kind of bringing them into the mix as well?
For our parents or general people that just want to know about some of our programs, we've got, of course, our parent tours that we run within our store environment with dietitians, where we teach them about their own health, weight, whatever issues that they may be grappling with. We run different themes throughout the year, and these are available free of charge. All the information is on our website at woolworths.co.za, or you can email us at mtd@woolworths.co.za.
Excellent stuff. As I said, this is very, very important work, and so glad that you have taken it upon yourself and your team taking it upon yourself to actually conduct it for the benefit of the future of the country. Thank you so, so much.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Oh, so through the Woolworths educational programs, class lessons, that aim, of course, is to provide the learners with vital nutrition education and place emphasis on the importance of that good nutrition and how it relates to overall well-being. And it's evident from the learners, you've seen it there in that video this morning, about making those healthy eating choices and how important that is as a life lesson that hopefully will stand them in good stead for the rest of their lives.
Gotta feed the kids, man.
Gotta get
feed
those
a hungry
kids
mind.
fed.
I love it. So you might have think they have plateaued, but after the break, we are going to discover that the Flat Earth Society continues to expand, to grow.
That was a good one. You might think they plateaued. But listen, after the break, still coming up, if you live in Japan or are considering it, well, good news, because there's a company called Family Romance. They're helping you rent a family. Find out all about it after the break right here on Expresso.
Enjoy milk again with No-Lac lactose-free milk from Clover. Join us on Expresso for the 21-day No-Lac challenge and feel the difference. Featuring dietitians with expert advice on the meaning of being lactose intolerant, the causes and symptoms, but best of all, the scrumptious recipes for cooking and baking with Clover No-Lac. The health-conscious, way better taste of Clover milk that lets you and your family enjoy milk again.
Enjoy dairy again with lactose-free No-Lac. Made with love by Clover.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yo, it's a Friday morning. We're live, large and in charge on your Feel Good Breakfast show, and it's so good to have you with us. You're just in time right now to tap into a very interesting conversation in our daily tech talk with our tech expert, Beyoncé van der Rensburg. Very good morning to you, sir.
Same to you.
Excellent, excellent. We're talking about much debated, centuries debated.
Oh, goodness me, if only you could hear the discussions that just took place right now, but we'll spare you for that right now. But engineers at the Rochester Institute of Technology, RIT, in New York have designed a brand new way to measure your heart, and that is what is it sitting on the toilet?
Right. So
what is going on here?
So essentially, it's a smart toilet seat, and they want to use it to measure. And it's not connected to your phone. Don't worry. So it's to measure your heart, essentially. So your heart rate, your blood pressure, to give you early signs of cardiovascular issues.
Your blood pressure as well.
Yes, your blood pressure as well. So kind of like how your smartwatch can measure your blood pressure, it'll work in the same way. And the idea behind this is to give you forewarning when there might be some kind of issue. So the idea is to especially use this with people that have had issues in the past, to give them just kind of, to have the data to monitor regularly, and to give some warning if there might be some potential issues coming again. It could cost a lot of money to go to hospital, so this can spare you some big costs.
Well, one might contest that your blood pressure and thus your heart rate might be increased while you're playing the Game of Thrones.
Right now.
While you're playing Game of Thrones, you know what I mean? So like,
simply by just doing your thing.
I'm sure the algorithm takes all that into account.
Well, I hope so, but that's very interesting. So we might actually see this as a standard across the board one day, where our toilets are just feeling our pulses while we are...
maybe not standard, but especially for like the elderly and for people that live on their own, it might be very useful.
Not something you would go buy in your local hardware store for sure.
Not necessarily. Okay. But what I was saying about the discussion we've been having for centuries now, the flat Earth theory. So what are flat earthers saying? That the movement seems to have grown a bit more dramatically and grown in popularity over recent months. What's happening right now?
Well, you know how powerful social media is, and there has been this conspiracy theory for forever that the Earth is flat, and there are some prominent people on YouTube that believe this, and they propagate this theory through various means. But essentially, what the study found is that the way that Google's algorithm works on YouTube, and similarly on something like Facebook, is that obviously they try to keep you on the platform as much as possible, and that's how they make their money. So the algorithm just basically feeds more of this type of conspiracy theory videos into each other, so that people end up watching more and more of that content. And that's why more people in the last 2 years have started to believe this theory. And Google said, look, they're going to have to clamp down on this somehow. It's the whole fake news thing as well. It's very similar. It's a tough time to surf the internet if you don't know what's going on.
It's potting. Yeah. So does anybody have a coin here in the studio? Anybody? Coin, quickly, maybe? I just want to maybe like add my 5 rand.
Your 2 cents.
My 5 rand to this conversation. So I'm not saying the Earth is flat, but if it were flat and were spinning at such a terminal velocity that you couldn't actually through the naked eye see, or even through a naked telescope, maybe this is what we're seeing. Maybe the Earth is flat. Wait, let me do that again for dramatic effect on the camera. Here you go. Close-up shot. 1, 2, 3. The Earth might actually be flat.
You see?
Okay,
I'm just going to leave it there and allow you to just simmer and stew in that thought and decide for yourself. Is the Earth really flat or not?
That is the question. That is the question that everyone is asking.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? But then again, if you were able to balance this coin, just stand it down like that. You see?
Yes. Yeah.
If the Earth were round, that should start rolling. You see? But it's not. It will just stay there.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
All right, well, that's the roundup on some of the biggest tech stories. Tuners, thank you very much for joining us this morning, man. Awesome stuff. It's your Friday.
In your national news this morning, President Cyril Ramaphosa yesterday paid tribute to the country's armed forces and praised the many ways in which they help those in need. He also laid a wreath at the SS Mendy Memorial on the lower campus of UCT. The Eastern Cape Department of Health will today officially open 2 clinics built at a combined cost of 36 million rand in the rural areas of the province. Zabasa Clinic will be opened at Ngobo and Matlupini Clinic at Kopimbaba. On the international front, Nigerian fuel suppliers have cut the price of petrol to encourage the 84 million registered voters to travel to vote in presidential elections this Saturday after the poll was delayed by a week. A devastating fire raged through densely packed buildings in an old part of Bangladesh's capital and caused the death of at least 70 people. The blaze was brought under control after more than 9 hours of frantic efforts by firefighters. And finally, if a personalized number plate simply isn't enough to express your complex personality, then don't worry, soon you will be able to add an emoji to the mix. Okay, you will have to move to Queensland, Australia for that to happen, but once that's sorted, you can get your own little smiley starting next month. Oh, and only a few positive faces are allowed, so you'd better be a chirpy driver, whilst things just won't match up. The choice will be limited to a laughing out loud emoji, a winking face emoji, the cool sunglasses, the heart eyes, and the good old standard smiley face. Maybe this is just what we need to brighten up our congested roads in South Africa. Happy emojis all over the place and not the poo-faced ones. Time for another look at what's happening in the world of sport. Here's Graham.
Tough act to follow. Let's get into our Super Rugby. The Stormers will have Springboks Frans Mahaba and Evan Etzebeth playing off the bench when they play the Lions in their first home Super Rugby match of the season at Newlands tomorrow. In 4 changes to the starting lineup that was humiliated 43 by the Bulls. Springbok Damian Willemse now moves to fullback and Sergio Petersen debuts at the wing. And of course, Kwagga Smith also returns for the Lions in the loose. And on to cricket, the Proteas pace attack once again had to bail out their batsmen in the second test against Sri Lanka at St George's Park yesterday, day 1 happening yesterday. The last week, of course, the Proteas only managed 222 before Kagiso Rabada and Dwayne Olafia shared the scalps, very similar to last week, in fact. They pegged back the Islanders with 60 for 3 by the close of play yesterday. Then on to football. In a pivotal game in the Premier League title race on Sunday, Liverpool head to Old Trafford to take on a very different Manchester United to the one they beat 3-1 back in December last year. After Jose Mourinho was sacked just 36 hours after that, that team, which had won only 5 of their previous 13 games, has now won 11, drawn 1 and lost only 1 of 13 since new manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer took charge. And then finally onto the PSL, there is one major encounter locally to look out for. 2 top teams in the PSL table, Bidvest Wits and Mamelodi Sundowns, will be locking horns tomorrow. Sundowns, the defending champions, are heading into the encounter, placed second on the league standings, just 2 points behind the Students. So a very important one. That's where we leave our sport for now.
Thanks so much, G. Let's take a look at your roads once more, starting off in Gauteng in Diepkloof. There are road closures in Diepkloof. This is due to protest action. Tires are burning and heavy rocks are obstructing the roads. It's been advised to avoid the area at all costs and find an alternative route this morning. If you're in Bedford View on the N3 northbound, there is a multi-vehicle accident before the Illens interchange. The ramp lane is currently blocked and causing delays. And off to the trains, the T9503 train from Cape Town to Captain's Clip is cancelled due to out of service. Please allow for an extended travel time. Your next report will be at 8 o'clock. Right now, the weather.
That's right, Tabiso. Thank you very much. Let's quickly take another look at what you can expect in your weather going into your Friday. Before we do so, our regular photographer, Louise Cherry. Good morning. Louise sent us the spectacular sunrise from Rocky Bay. Louise, thank you very much. You can expect cloudy conditions with a light breeze reaching a maximum of 26 degrees. And a thunderstorm is also expected over the weekend, so look forward to that. Enjoy that. Louise, have yourself a beautiful Friday and a lovely weekend. Continue sending us those photos. You can take them and post them on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page. Your temperatures for the rest of the country right now. Polokwane starting off on 17, your maximum 27 with thundershowers expected. Mbombela 20-26, also with thundershowers forecast. Pretoria 16, your maximum 30. Johannesburg 15-28. Mahikeng starting off on 19, reaching a high of 32 degrees. Klerksdorp 20, also a maximum of 32. Kimberley 18 and very hot late on today, 37 degrees. Bloemfontein 15-33, Richards Bay 22, reaching a high of 28 degrees. Pietermaritzburg 16-27, Durban 22 and your maximum 28 degrees. Mthatha 15-25, East London 19-25, Cradock 15-32, Port Elizabeth 18-24, George 17-26, Sutherland 12-30, Cape Town 19-28, Worcester 15-35, Springbok starting off on 11, reaching a high of 32 degrees, and Uppington 20 minimum, your maximum a scorching 40 degrees Celsius. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for the 7:30 bulletin. We'll have a final update for you just after 8.
It's that time of the show where we ask the burning question, how is that even a thing? Is it even a thing? I'm sure you all have some aspect of your job that you hate, but while you're getting ready for work this morning, be happy that you don't have one of these strange careers that can only be found in Japan. Right?
Yeah, now that I'm planning a trip for the Rugby World Cup there, I'm actually wondering
if you can
this is going to be a lot of
part-time job.
Well, possibly. So in Japan, they have one of the busiest train networks in the world. An approximate 40 million people get on the train every single day.
That's almost like the whole of our country. That's pretty close to the majority of our country.
So as you can imagine, with like 40 million people taking the train every day in Tokyo, this can cause some delays, people arriving late.
Sent out of service.
Yeah, so they've got a job, right? And people are hired and they're known as Oshiya.
Okay.
Oshiya. And these people are basically pushers, and their job is to cram people into the train as possible, as many people as they can, by pushing them in like sardines. So that's an Oshiya there, there's another Oshiya. Look at that, just get inside!
He's a team leader.
Get inside! Look at this guy.
He's like, do I really need to get to work today?
Get inside!
Like, nah,
I'm not doing this.
I'm not gonna. I'll get the next one.
Get inside!
No.
I wonder how much force they're allowed to use. How do you train someone like that? This is not enough. This is too much.
But no, I appreciate that. I actually appreciate that. You know when you're about to get onto an airplane and you got to take the Airbus first? There are people that are standing like deliberately away from people. You know, so I just need a pusher to go.
But now you're all like this here for like the 20 minutes from Joburg to Pretoria, and then somebody goes. Now you can't even use your hands. Just it's horrible.
And you just bury in the person next to you scarf or something. Just
oh man, but listen to this one. Okay, so this is definitely bizarre for me. Family Romance is one of a number of companies out in Japan. They rent out fake families, right? They've got actors there ranging from children to elderly people who will pretend to be your family for a fee.
They should not have called it Family Romance.
It's called Family Romance. Now, they have more than 800 actors on their register that will fill any role in someone's personal life and will even mourn you at your funeral for the right prize, okay?
Wow.
Yeah, another agency in Japan will rent people to pose in photographs with you to improve your perceived popularity on social media.
Rent a crowd, rent a friend.
But that's kind of like social media anyway, so that one I can get. That one I can.
And people already are doing it for free, but look at you could say those are your sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Do they all look the same, Tabiso?
Now you must pay them after.
Nah, but social media is a lie anyway, so I can do
just imagine somebody singing Jokoya how it will be at your funeral, but they didn't even know you.
Forget Jokoya how it will be. Imagine them just crying and weeping and wanting to jump
just
in.
Tabiso!
Yeah.
How did you know him? Who?
So you have enough to hire someone, but not enough to make them cry. They can just seem like mildly upset.
Listen, we've got one more story very, very quickly. Staying with Japan. Now, Japan has really, really tough labor laws, okay? So they can't just retrench people, even though they sometimes have too many workers in a place. So they've come up with this thing called the boredom room. And basically, to save on costs when it comes to unneeded employees, this room is designed to bore you so that in the hopes that you actually leave on your own with them not having to retrench you. So you are basically getting paid to be in a room where you do absolutely nothing because people are so determined to not dishonor their families and resign that they're hoping that you'll leave. So you still get paid.
And a reality show is born. Dun, dun, dun.
The boring
boredom room.
Boredom room.
Yeah, the boredom room.
So do you know when you're being shoved into this room that you're being put in the boredom room? And
yeah, they know that they want you to be so bored that you're like, I'm doing nothing with my life, I want to leave, but you're still getting paid.
What if you actually enjoy being in the boardroom room and just chilling?
Well, then the company didn't calculate your,
Or maybe they just threaten you with the board. I'm going to put you in the boardroom room.
Do you think the boardroom room will like work in South Africa? I feel people be like, yeah, getting paid to do nothing.
Guys, I want to go to Japan right now. Let us know what you think about all of this on social media. #Expresso Show. I want to go to Japan. That's what
I want to go too. I'm coming with you.
Okay, cool.
Still to come on the breakfast show, including how to dress for this weekend's Veuve Clicquot Master Polos. We'll be bringing you some fashion inspiration, as well as spend some time in the kitchen. We're going to be whipping up a blooming onion something.
Wow.
So I need to know, Nick, you know, we are talking recipes, we're talking fashion, but we also need to make sure that when it comes to your makeup and your beauty for the Veuve Clicquot Master Polos, that you look flawless.
Flawless, like Beyoncé said, you gotta be flawless, right?
And I feel like this year's skin is the focus, but what do you
Skin
think?
is the focus. So I'm not gonna give advice in terms of what color and things to use for your face. That is up to you at home, y'all. But in terms of keeping the makeup on, Zoe, you've been to a lot of the polos, I have as well. You're out there for about 6-7 hours. It's 35+ degree heat.
Like Paul gets hot during the summer, and I think
hot.
this weekend is going to be a beautiful weekend.
Yes.
So
Now
not
listen,
this weekend, next weekend.
Keep your real best friends at home because this girl gonna come up and replace her. A setting spray is absolutely key. So what you want to do is once you've done your makeup, you actually want to do a little spritz of a setting spray, and it does just that. It sets the makeup for the day.
And you know what I love to do, especially to make sure that my makeup lasts for the whole day? You spray it on, and it's also a little refreshing.
Yes.
So I do it more than once.
Hit me, Zoe Brown, hit
okay.
me, do
so
it.
the first one, you always spray away from the person's face, because you never know when there's going to be more than like just a light spray, and then just do that.
Oh my God, more Zoe Brown. Oh my
There
God.
we go.
And it's
And
really
feel
refreshing,
refreshing.
and it conditions as well. So while you're also like keeping the makeup on, it's also conditioning the face as you go.
Yeah.
Your Press Power Compact is going to be your second best friend.
Yes,
It's like
you
your
need to
second
use
best friend.
that before you use that.
Exactly. So what you want to do as well, you're going to be sweating, guys. You're going to be schwitzing, as my great aunt Judah would say. It's my accent. So what you want to do is you want to get the actual moisture and excess sweat off before you apply your powder.
And you
powder,
can simply
powder.
do that with also like just dabbing a tissue, piece of toilet paper.
Exactly. And then what you can do is you can set the spray again. There's no limit to how much you can actually use this, and it's really refreshing. Then finally for a lip, we're not doing a glossy lip for the Polo, we're doing a matte lip. And why? Because matte sticks to the lip. It actually stains your lips.
And it's nice. You drink, you drink a glass, you take a sip from your bubbles, and there's no lipstick residue left over on the glass.
Exactly, it actually stains. So you want to start with a matte, but if you want to top up throughout the day, you can stick to a gloss. So you'll start with a matte and then switch to a gloss later. Those 3 things, girls, you are ready to slay at the Polo.
Okay. Well, Nick, let's freshen you up because we still have a lot coming up after the break.
Do it, please, more. Yes. Oh my God.
We'll see you in just a bit.
Yes. Go. Go.
Join the party on Top Billing this Sunday evening as Dumelo and Celeste Matsose are the high school sweethearts building epic new restaurants. Top Model South Africa discovers the face of tomorrow, and artists Richard Mudariki and Patrick Bongoi grab the world's attention. That's Top Billing, Sunday at 5:30. Repeat Tuesday at 3:30 on SABC3. The stage is yours.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show. C'est vendredi aujourd'hui. It is Friday today. We're learning new things. What we're also learning is that the Veuve Clicquot Polo Masters is taking place on the 2nd of March. It's coming up, one of the biggest events, at least on the celebrity and social calendar in the Mother City, taking place at the sought-after Val de Vie estate. It's going to be a fashionable day, a gourmet-filled day, and one that is certainly worthy of red carpet style.
Absolutely. Now, I've hosted, I've attended. It's one of those pinnacle events that you have to get the right look and the right polo glow for. So instead of trying to do it ourselves and failing, we have brought the expert himself, the one, the only, Mr. Jacques Lagrange, to help us out. Jacques, so good to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the Masters Polo because it is chic, it's beautiful, it's a stunning day, and of course you're here to help us.
So international, and we're trying to get onto that level. So with the theme being Colorama, how do you even begin to conceptualize what your outfit is going to look like and how you're going to put it together for this day?
Obviously, Colorama is the shades of orangey, pinky and stuff, and it's just a guideline to help people. But I always say people need to find comfort first before anything else, because it is a hot day, it's a long day, and I mean, we have to fight the right garment and shoes for that occasion.
Exactly.
Comfort first.
So you've brought 3 beautiful examples of what we could potentially be working with when it comes to creating these looks for ourselves, but you've brought some bespoke looks. Shall we bring in the first model and then you talk us through
Absolutely.
it? All right, enter model number 1. Wow, wow, wow.
Benancha is wearing a cotton knit dress, obviously three-quarter sleeves and obviously shorter with a nice block heel. Wedges is very important. I think it's more important than obviously stilettos because obviously it's stupid for that day and it's comfort. And also, like I told Nick earlier, that we are in South Africa and I mean, we have to work what's out there.
Yes.
So this is a typical polo look, very elegant. There's pockets in for the day and the block heel for comfort.
I like it because there's also an element of see-through in the fabric, so it's going to be a hot day. You'll have some inbuilt air conditioning, which is wonderful, and it leans towards being a little bit sexy too.
Absolutely, and also it's natural fabric. People have to wear natural fabric. There's no time for evening wear. It is a day event, so no evening dresses, no matric dance dresses, no wedding dresses. It is a day event.
Stunning.
And like you said earlier on, as we'll take a look at look number 2, comfort is key, and you can incorporate comfort in a big way without skimping on the style factor, on the couture kind of factor. And I think this look certainly is exemplary of it. That is lovely, easy.
Nandi's wearing obviously a printed cotton dress, slightly longer because a lot of women don't like their legs, you know. So again, you need to find what you're comfortable with.
Exactly.
Obviously, it's a hot day, so she's doing the boob tube, shoulders, and also, I mean, if you want to do a little hat, you can do a straw hat, which is obviously very important. No big hats, no fascinators, it's a no-no. So, and also, I also like a little umbrella at the polo, but just remember, you need to keep people in consideration if you open it up.
It needs to be chic still. We're not trying to prepare for a torrential storm. It's not one of those. I see both of these looks so far have pockets.
Women love pockets. I think it's a comfort zone again, so yeah.
Very, very nice.
What I love about this is how the dress falls on her figure. And at the end of the day, I think for both men and women, the fact that you can make a look like this look so easy yet so chic.
Absolutely.
So easy.
Also, it's a little bit A-line. A-line is very good for the polo. It hides a lot of things, you know. So, I mean, that's it.
Nice. Model number 3. Let's have a look at what she's wearing. Oh, here we have more color explosion, which I am here. Look at this skirt!
Yes!
Oh my goodness!
Do the things.
Wow!
Samira is wearing a shirt and obviously a wrap dress. It's very big, fashion-wise, way to combine two-piece, you know. Is it a T-shirt, a shirt with a skirt?
Yes.
Again, it's a little bit more modern, it's day, and it's elegant.
Stunning.
When those photographers are snapping away and you're wearing a wraparound like that, do a little bit of a twirl and give them some of that action, because that'll look great on your photographs.
The skirt is a little bit longer for that little bit extra drama.
Yeah, I know in previous years you would find a lot of people gravitating towards the color yellow in different tones of them. Have we moved away from that, or is it just the theme now that is Colorama?
Not really. Pink is obviously the hot color for the new season, you know, cerise pink. So that's why we played with pink. Obviously, again, a lot of people would say, yellow is not my color, but I always tell people, find the right yellow to match your skin
Very important.
tone.
Very, very important.
Should we get the rest of the ladies just to come in one more time and we can have a look at these beautiful looks as compiled by Jacques Lagrange. Thank you very much for the inspiration. We certainly are looking forward to the 2019 Veuve Clicquot Masters Polo to be held on the 2nd of March at the Val de Vie estate. It's going to be an absolutely spectacular day. Colorama realized.
And hopefully we've given you some great inspiration here as well. So, of course, if you want to slay this year at the Veuve Clicquot Masters Polo on the 2nd of March, as Kat said, all you need to do is make sure that you book your tickets at www.vcmasterspolo.co.za, or you could also head to CompuTicket and make sure that you get your tickets there so that you can basically party with everybody else. But we do have a competition.
We do.
As well.
Indeed. It's coming up next.
All those looks, they scream glamour, they scream a beautiful day out in the sun, and they scream class.
Oh, beautiful.
It's beautiful. But now that you've got the fashion inspiration, it's time to get into the competition. The Veuve Clicquot Masters Polo is a destination unto its own. It's held each year at the prestigious Val de Vie estate in Cape Town. Now, this event brings together a mix of national celebrities, sports fans and spectators alike for a day prized as one of the most sought after on the annual social calendar. And now you have the opportunity to attend the Masters Polo next week, Saturday, with a competition running now.
That's right. And to enter this experience of a lifetime, all you have to do is click through to Afternoon Express's Facebook page and leave a comment to the competition post telling us who you would take along if you were to win and attend, and tell us why you choose that person. The competition will close on Monday. That's this coming Monday, February 25th. So get those entries in now.
Right. So along with a day of ultimate luxury, complete with private lounge seating, butler service and gourmet grazing tables, I mean, it's incredible. The winner will also walk away with flights for 2 to Cape Town, 1 luxury dinner and lunch and transfers during your stay. It's sure to be an experience of a lifetime.
That's right. Those T's and C's can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za.
Right, we're going to be taking a very quick break. Hope you have been having a brilliant Friday with us. It's so good to be hanging out with you. It's a Friday, man. Come on, can't be other than good. We're now Fashion Fix this morning. Of course, we paid tribute to a style icon, a fashion icon that sadly passed away, Karl Lagerfeld. We're going to talk about him and some highlights as well, I think, of his career.
Then the gorgeous, beautiful, and oh so talented band and Kimberly Fenty are here this morning. No, did I get that the wrong way around? The gorgeous, incomparable Kimberly Fenty. No, they've been awesome this morning. Kimberly is a very special performer with an incredible voice, and she is here to perform just for you today.
Exactly, and then I'll make sure that your morning from here on out is positively blooming. Exactly, because that's what we're making. We're
with making blooming onions.
Yeah, it's a blooming onion that we're going to be making. We're going to show you how to put that together. I think it's a perfect weekend recipe that you can pair with your bride. Why not? That and more after the break. Stick around.
Clover Crush, 100% pure fruit juice packed with vitamins and no added sugar. Crush, your daily dose of goodness. Now also available in long life.
Made with love by Clover.
Southern breeze whispers my name. Seems like I'm ready to fly. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back. You're live with the Expresso for the love of cheese, people. Y'all want some wine and cheeses? We are making the most amazing. I'm looking at the final product here. This onion is blooming.
I
It's a
feel
blooming
that
onion.
it's so unique to South Africa because it looks like a protea.
It does.
It looks like a protea.
It does, buddy.
And you can eat it.
But of course, we're going to use it as an opportunity to squeeze even more cheese into our diet because we love cheese. For the love of cheese, let's do something special here, buddy.
Yes.
It looks like quite a few components here to get to the spectacular outcome.
We're going to get there. That's
so. Where do we start?
A large onion.
It's all in the cut.
So basically, you take your onion, there you can see just the bottom, and you cut it first into quarters, and then you divide into small, not cutting it through all the way.
So leaving yourself a base to kind of hold
so
that
it kind of
flour
opens
together.
up like this, and then just after you've cut it, you just kind of help it out a little bit so that
create gaps so you can have individual little pieces. Okay.
We're going to leave that for now. So right now, I'm going to make a small little roux and a sort of cheese sauce that we're going to be making. Right? And it's basically very easy. We have some butter.
Nice.
It's going to go in there.
Just a little.
And we have a little amount of flour as well.
The key word here is cheese to 33728 if you want to cook along with Ewan or just stand next to the person cooking in your kitchen like me.
Just like that.
It's Clover to 33728.
Absolutely.
Clover.
A little bit of Clover full cream milk that goes in there as well.
Cool.
We just need about 2 of these guys.
And the nice thing is you can really play around with the cheeses here. We've got varying strengths of flavor in our cheese, and they make it really easy. You'll see there's a flavor, a strength indicator on all of the different variants that we're using. What cheese have you chosen for us today? Do you know? Is it a cheddar?
Good old cheddar. Good old cheddar. It's going to be good, yeah.
Not to make cheddar feel mundane, because cheddar is kind of the champion of cheese.
Exactly.
But it's got a nice tang. It's not too strong. It's a good one, but you can really push the boat out, I think, with the cheeses here.
Absolutely, my friend. So there we have it. So the little milk and our cheese is going to start melting down beautifully, and then you just start.
Is this the kind of the base for a cheese sauce? Would you do this?
Yeah,
for
this is
pretty
exactly
much anything?
So you start with a normal roux, and this is how you make your cheese sauce. I want a black pepper. Do you like black pepper in your cheese sauce?
Dig it, man.
So that's going to go in there. It's going to be beautifully. And you can see
nice.
that. And look at that. Look how beautifully that comes together. So you just keep going with it because it's going to thicken up because of the flour in there. And then we'll leave that. So we're going to.
You don't want to overdo it. You just want to melt the cheese.
Absolutely.
Basically,
and already you can see that's perfect. Now we've got our oil that's been heating, all right, on a medium to high heat. You've got to make sure to check that your oil is at the correct temperature. Just a little bit of flour. Pop it in there, and you'll start to see it sizzles.
Is it sizzling?
It was sizzling, yes.
Perfect.
There we go. Right, let's get on to our onion. So what we're going to do first, we're going to dust it. So you want to make sure that you just kind of get it in there nicely. So this will help, of course, the egg mixture stick in there. If you don't mind continuing with that.
Cool. And
I've got some eggs here.
It's quite nice you want kind of a few little clumpy bits as well.
Yeah.
I don't want to break the structure of your onion here too much.
That should be fine, dude.
But that's flouring beautifully. This you could put on a Springbok rugby jersey. It looks like
So there we go.
Emblem.
Tap out the excess.
Cool.
And then we're going to go for it in
here. Then it goes into there. Are you going to double dip?
I am going to double dip,
okay, good.
So there we go. I just want to make sure that you get everything
and just make sure you get all the nooks and crannies, but handle with care.
Absolutely.
Because petals will fall off.
And of course you can help with your hand just to get it in there to make sure because you want it covered beautifully. Okay, so that looks about right. And now it's going to go back into the flour. Just like that. Okay, it's a little bit of a messy job, but it's okay.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And then we just going to come.
There you go.
And look at that.
Nice, and you see it is getting quite clumpy as well, because you want those additional crispy bits. But, I mean, a fried onion ring has got to be one of life's great pleasures.
Absolutely.
And this is just giving the whole onion the opportunity to shine like that.
You ready?
It looks amazing.
You've got to be very careful now. So you put it down, upside down, okay?
Okay.
Just like that. Bam, wash your hands. And you're good to go. And now you fry it. And what's going to happen, because you put it upside down, it's going to start opening up like that. So leave it go up until
so it's going to flower. It's going to bloom.
It's going to bloom. That's why it's called a blooming onion. and you take it out, you can scoop it out with one of these guys, and bam,
You've got this beautiful end product. And before we've taken a beautiful photo, I'm not going to destroy this, but if you'd like to cook along, try this at home. The keyword is Clover to 33728. I was thinking, with the amount of batter you had in your hand, you could have made a glove. You could have just put your hand in the oil, taken it out, and had a batter glove. But that's sounding and looking amazing. It's already turning brown. And it's about browning, I'm assuming, the coating and not overdoing the onion, but
that's exactly it. And it's
simple,
quick, man. It really is quick. You'll see now it's going to come out looking absolutely beautiful. So we'll just leave that for a little while.
So we're going to do our final dressing here. You can take a look at how we got to this beautiful bloomin' onion.
For something fried, oh so delicious, try this Clover cheesy blooming onion recipe. The unique cut of the onion ensures maximum crispy bits, and the cheese sauce guarantees you'll be coming back for more. To get started, peel a large white onion. Slice off the top tip. Cut into quarters. Slice the quarters into thirds. Separate the petals. Then add 1.5 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, and 1 teaspoon of garlic powder to a bowl. Stir to combine. Sprinkle the mixture over the onion and shake off any excess. Next, add 2 beaten eggs and 1/4 cup of Clover fresh full cream milk to a bowl. Whisk to combine, and then spoon over the onion. Coat in the flour mixture and deep fry for 3 to 4 minutes. Cook until golden and then drain on a kitchen towel. For the cheese sauce, add 1/2 tablespoon of flour and 1/2 tablespoon of Clover butter to a pan. Combine well. Then add 1/2 cup of Clover fresh full cream milk and whisk to combine. Add 3/4 cup of grated Clover mature cheddar cheese. Mix until melted. Then add salt and pepper and stir to combine. Serve your blooming onions with this delicious Clover cheese sauce and enjoy with family and friends.
Made with love by Clover.
And seriously, that last command there, enjoy with family and friends, you take that seriously because this is a serious treat. So
I'll try and turn this guy around so you can see. Look at that. Look at that. Yes, please.
You sound surprised, buddy.
I was surprised, actually. So we'll leave that just for a little while longer.
I'm going to kind of draw this out here, and I'm going to grab a piece. In fact, I'm going to offer you a piece, and I'm going to grab a piece because
you kind of just pull this out.
I don't want to...
Just like that.
Just dip it.
Yes. Wow. Yes, I want to show you. I'm going to go for another one.
That's like super cheesy, man. I need more hands. Crunchy, and I like the fact that it's kind of caramelized the onion. So it's sweet, it's crunchy, it's salty, it's peppery, it's
delicious. Is beautiful. Keyword is Clover. SMS that to 33728 if you want to have a blooming good weekend. Make yourself a blooming onion. Doesn't matter where you are, you can take this with. I most certainly might prep up and gear up for a bit of a recipe like this weekend. It's going to be absolutely
spectacular. I'm going to have one more. That's tasty, yeah?
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
All right, time for some more music on your Feel Good Breakfast show on this Friday. Kimberly Fenty's here sharing her beautiful voice and her lovely talent music with us. She's dropping an EP in March. We're looking forward to that. But right now, for your listening pleasure, here's a song called Practice Run. Take it away.
Whispers my name.
Kimberly, giving us the sounds that set the tone for a Friday right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're taking a quick break, right?
Yes,
After the break, we are celebrating the life and times of Karl Lagerfeld, the amazing fashion that he's given us with Nick Strelitz on Fashion Fix.
An honour needs to be paid. And then, of course, we're also going to spend some time in the kitchen. It's ahead of the weekend. We're going to be making a pull-apart braai broodjie. So you know it's going to be cheesy.
Yeah.
It's going to be delicious. So that's coming up after the break.
Sounds so
Princess,
succulent.
I feel like, Tabiso, you haven't ordered anything sweet yet.
No, I haven't, have I? Can I have a donut, please? Thank you.
Oh,
a frappe, actually, because it's a bit warm.
Tabiso ate Katlejo's croissant.
No, I did not do that. Thank you, Mtase. I didn't. Okay, Kat, you can have my frappe. How's that?
Have you found the one? Try the new McCafe strawberries and cream frappe and enjoy a little moment of lovin'.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3, a Friday, and we are here for it. We're kicking off a very fashionable weekend here on Expresso, and what better way to do it than with Fashion Fix on Vogue and on time. And this is your one-stop destination for all you need to know in fashion news trending right now. We create the news so that you don't have to. Create it or curate it, I don't know.
Both.
Here to round up another week in both global and local style, Expresso's fashion editor, Nick Strelitz, everybody.
Yeah.
2019 has been wonderful for you, Nick. Everybody is just like into celebrating your awesomeness.
I love it. It's fake, but I still appreciate it.
It's like Instagram.
Attention is attention.
Moving along
Let's
swiftly,
go.
London Fashion Week had us going gaga over all of the looks. And of course, Milan Fashion Week is what we're talking about, or we're talking about. What is your global...
Listen, get those fashion weeks. What are they? I don't even care about them anymore because we are celebrating the life and times of probably the most prolific fashion designer ever to grace the runway, it's Mr. Karl Lagerfeld, who passed away earlier this week at the age of 85 from pancreatic cancer. They finally released, we didn't know how he actually passed away, so we didn't know was it a long-time disease or something quite short, but it seemed to take him very quickly at the end. But this is a man who devoted his entire life to the betterment of fashion and style. He started under the direction of Pierre Balmain in the 50s, was an assistant to Pierre Balmain, then took the realm at Italian luxury house Fendi, where he was stayed for about 50 plus years. Of course, he was the creative director for Chanel, which was dying a slow death in 1983 when he took the helm. Everyone said, Karl, don't touch it. Don't touch it, Karl. And he was like, I will touch it. I would touch it all night. And he did. And he revived it, girl, to become one of the most, probably the most in-demand and respected fashion houses in the world. Yeah. Listen, some fun facts, though. I mean, it's quite nice to some clips about Mr. Karl. So some fun facts about him. He had a longtime boyfriend, Jacques Debachet, who, funnily enough, cheated on Mr. Lagerfeld with this man. Who is this? Anyone? Anyone? Oh, my God! It's Yves Saint Laurent. Talk about a love triangle, so I love. Unfortunately, Jacques Debachet passed away from AIDS, and Karl, for the next 30 years of his life, never had sex again. Are you serious? 30 years of celibacy will do a man good, because look what he did with Chanel. Exactly. So top tip, everyone out there, stop fornicating and you'll do better at work. He started growing his iconic ponytail in 1976. He consumed up to 10 cans of Diet Coke a day. What? I do not endorse that. That's crazy. He owned 300 iPods, one of which was for his cat, which we'll get to later.
You mean iPods? I remember seeing something where he's like, I love the iPod, I've got 300
300, and he said each is tuned to a different kind of music genre. But when you have millions of euros, you can do that. Okay. Some feuds. Karl was not exempt to some fun feuds in his life, particularly with Meryl Streep. Okay, the middle photo, Meryl just dressed up as Donald Trump to poke fun at him at an award show.
Funny.
So I thought I had to include this.
Yeah,
but
she looks better than Donald.
Yeah, absolutely. So Karl had some notorious feuds with the likes of Meryl Streep, who apparently demanded that she be paid to wear one of his Chanel Couture designs. Okay. And then he said, she is a genius actress, but she is cheap, no? One. And then with Adele as well, he called her round.
Wow.
He called her round, but then after she lost like 16 kilos.
He didn't pull any punches. He told it like it is.
He did. His famous wit. I mean, this guy was known for his famous wit, and some of his quotes, which I've been reading out all week, are hilarious. But his wit was something he was absolutely known for. He 100%. Said, "There's no excuse for people who wear sweatpants. You've bought sweatpants because you've lost control of your life." I love the "I am physically allergic to flip-flops." That's one of my favorites. And he said, "I'm basically the most superficial person in the world. But girl, if you own it, then you own it, and that's how it is."
As long as he knows, then it's the most important thing.
His Karl quotes. I mean, we could go on and on about this, but I mean, he's just the funniest man alive. And very tongue-in-cheek, self-deprecating as well.
What's going to happen with his cat, though?
Girl, his best friend. Cat. Can we cue the best friend? Okay. Who is Japet, the cat of the century, the richest cat in the world.
How so?
Once made $4 million for a 2-day ad campaign. Karl styled her as the richest cat in the world. They were besties. I mean, sent out a lovely Instagram post saying, I'm going to try and put my best paw forward in my future without daddy, as any, well, I can't read that, but whatever, he said that. Japet, multiple maids and bodyguards, reportedly will inherit Karl's $200 million fortune.
The cat's going to inherit that.
That's a lot of tuna, girl. That's a lot of tin tuna. Wow. But this cat, I mean...
What's going to happen if the cat decides to go to cat...
Heaven? Don't you dare.
Who's going to get the 200 million?
The squirrel, his squirrel, Japeti. But what was hilarious was with Japet as well, Japet wasn't actually initially Karl's cat. A neighbor asked if Karl's maid could take care of the cat for about a week or two. Yeah. And by the time the friend came back, Japet did not want to leave Karl's side.
Because it was living a life
throwing paper
luxury.
At it. Of course, we're going to miss lots of things about Karl. Certainly his showmanship. I mean, this is a man who put on the most spectacular, extravagant shows. And this wasn't purely just about superficial fashion. I mean, it's really an artistic expression. It's something that we all use to convey messages in our own life. He was innovative as well. And he just loved fashion, and we love him.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Nick Strelitz. What an awesome tribute to Karl Lagerfeld. Well, that is Fashion Fix only on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. You can actually head to our Expresso Facebook page for so much more.
Okay. So, we are talking all things parenting. No, we're joking. We're actually making bread.
Yeah.
No, we're just saying, I was laughing. It's like how my boys can't pronounce rrr.
Yeah, because they can't pronounce rrr, they wouldn't be able to say the name of this recipe.
No, it would go something like...
Break apart, bribery.
Break apart, bribery.
We've been trying to teach.
But in the correct sense of the word, it's break apart, bribery.
Yes.
You know, that is how you say it. It is beautiful. It is stunning. And I feel this recipe is also stunning. And Gabby, you're going to put us through our paces. Or no, we're going to put you through your paces.
Yes.
Instead, myself and Kat, we're going to just look and watch.
You're welcome to.
Okay, cool. So this is great. It's a weekend recipe. You're going to make it around the fire, dude.
Absolutely.
Do this. So how do we do this?
So good. So basically, instead of doing all the braaibroodjies as you do with your bread and your layering,
I love hearing you say braaibroodjie.
But I mean, this is not your traditional one that you would go 2 slices of bread, bam, bam, bam,
No,
and you fry
that's
it.
like we're over that. That's like, you know, it needs
That's
to be
so
new now.
yesterday.
So yesterday.
So now what?
So now what? So what we got? We've got some warm milk over here. We've got some
Warm
active
milk.
yeast. Yes, because
Okay.
we want the yeast to.
Oh, to activate. Because yeast
activate.
only activates in warm milk. Did you
It
know
does.
that?
Yeast is so fussy for my liking.
It's very fussy.
Yeast is fascinating.
Fascinatingly fussy.
Because
It
it's
is
powder, but it's alive. Wow. How's that?
It's deep.
It's
powder,
very,
but
very
it's
deep at
alive.
this time of the morning,
It is
especially if
very
you want to
deep.
break apart braaibroodjie.
Or could it be a pull-apart braaibroodjie?
Pull apart
I feel like,
braaibroodjie.
and then you dip.
It's all good.
Okay, it's all the same thing, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
SMS the keyword braai to 33728 or braai
Yes.
to 33728. Yeah.
We don't braai in South Africa, we braai.
What's braai?
braai.
Okay, cool. So you got the milk in there,
So
some
usually,
flour, some...
yeah. So when you have time, you want it to sit for a good like 10-15 minutes so it activates properly. But obviously, just because we, doing this live.
So some butter.
Some
Go in
butter,
there as well, okay.
and now we just got some bread flour, which you can get from like any store. Butter.
Butter. You say butter.
Butter.
You sound like that guy from Despicable Me. Gru.
Yeah. Gru.
So we're adding now our flour, and now we just add a little bit more of our liquid.
Okay.
And look, if you're at home and you have those stand mixers with that attachment, then like amazing.
Yeah.
And all you want to do is stir that till it's combined.
Right.
And then you're going to pop it into a bowl, which we have ready-made.
Okay, it's going to look like that. Can I move this for you?
Please do.
Do you allow it to rest?
Allow it to rest, and you're going to cover with some cling film, and now you see how beautiful it's risen.
Fantastic.
And now, guessing now it's a part of putting together your pull-apart.
Let's do it. Say it, Gabby, say it.
Pull-apart braaibroodjie.
Well done, but go with break apart.
So break apart braaibroodjie. Can't do it.
Braaibroodjie.
Braaibroodjie.
It's a lekker braaibroodjie. Yeah.
And so what we're going to do is we're going to take like kind of like a 2-centimeter like bubble.
Okay.
And
did you put some oil in your hands or something? What did you do?
I didn't put oil on my hands
you
here, but
can.
you actually could do that.
Okay. Otherwise, the break apart braaibroodjie won't break apart from your hand.
Yes.
That's it. And so we put in now some olive oil with some garlic.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is we're going to do like a bit of a dip in.
Righto.
And you're going to kind of like do a whole lot of layering.
Okay.
And the idea is that you're kind of going to continue this with the rest of your dough. But for simplicity's sake, and the reason why we do this is you'll see obviously your dough because it's got bubbles.
Yeah.
In all the little orifices.
Is it orify? Don't you like one orifice, two orify?
I have no idea.
Yeah?
That would
I don't know.
be plausible.
One office, two offices. No, it's already orifices then.
Office, two offices.
So in the holes where the bread is, for anyone that can't say the word like I can't, you're going to basically like stuff your tomatoes and your onion.
Okay, but did you have to go with orifice though? Couldn't have you could have just said
gaps
hole.
or gaps.
Gaps.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Gaps, okay.
Didn't
Maybe
think about
gaps
that
rather than the other one that I was using.
So the gaps of the bread.
Orifices?
No, but you see the thing is, Gabriela Esposito San Giorgio, you know, because it's fancy, she has to go orifice.
Exactly, we have to go fancy.
Like, who drops words like that in the kitchen every now and then? So, hey, why don't you just poke an orifice into that steak and check if it's cooked? Who does that?
I do.
SMS the keyword braai to 33728. So you pop that onto the braai, close the lid. And what if you don't have a lid?
So
you just cover it with foil.
I was told that there's a word that I can use for this, but I can't remember what it is. It's like a braai lid?
A braai lid.
It's a braai lid. Have you been told? Oh.
Because,
I think you mean a braai
because I usually just put like, I'll just put like, you know, these come often with those little, I would just put that on.
Okay.
So if you can buy it with the lid already, then you're making your life easy.
But you can cover it with foil, maybe, or not?
You can.
Yeah,
yes, you can do that as well. You can do aluminium foil. And then we're going to close.
And then we're going to close. And then you end up with this beautiful break apart braaibroodjies, which I will break apart right now. One of them
and you serve it with chutney.
Oh, dude. Do you want to dig in there with me?
No, I'm just trying to tell everyone at home, start this well off before the braai, because I've been doing this since Gabby started with it, and I still haven't managed to mix it properly.
That's why you get a stand mixer.
So give it, give yourself some time.
This is so good.
Yeah? Break apart braaibroodjie in your mond.
All right, broke apart right now. That's good.
Okay.
I'm so glad.
No, leaving the same that the food must be good. Well, we're going to follow up those braai broodjies with a lot of fun. In fact, give you your menu on TV this weekend. Tia and I are going to take you through some of the movies you can get right here on 3.
That's right. And then after that, we also have Fab or Fail with Nick Strelitz, where some of the looks a hit or a miss. Stick around right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, after the break.
SABC3's Katlego Maboe has been nominated for a South African Film and TV Award, amongst the greatest in the Best TV Presenter category for Tropical Island of Treasure, Maldives. He set the challenges for the celebrity contestants, brought us riveting and captivating TV amongst the backdrop of the bluest waters in the Maldives. Support Katlego with voting for him as the Best TV Presenter for 2019. SMS K to 33665. SMSs are unlimited, so show your smooth support for Katlego. SMS K to 33665 now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, it is your Feel-Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. Welcome back to it. We're live right here on SABC3. It is the Friday edition of it, and I'm sure you're looking forward to the weekend because the weekend is upon us.
We deserve
and if you're looking to kick back and relax this weekend, then SABC3 has got you covered.
Oh man, just read that. Irresistible and Exuberant Chronicle of Crime. Our first movie that comes to you tonight at 9:30 p.m. is titled City of God. It won some pretty big awards. It was made in 2002, adapted by Braulio Montavani, who we don't know, but this is a great way to be introduced to his work. Loosely based on real events that makes it crazy, depicting the growth of organized crime in the Cidade de Deus favela of Rio de Janeiro. It puts a war between drug dealer Lil Zay and vigilante turned criminal knockout Ned. Let's take a look at this incredible film.
The beach, the nightlife, the romance. In paradise, there's a place called the City of God, a place where one man has to fix a war. Between crime lords to tell the story the world needs to know. City of God, Friday at 9:30 on 3.
Wow.
Riveting stuff.
Yeah, that's tonight at 9:30.
That's happening tonight on Friday, that is. And then Saturday, we've got something for Saturday as well. Saturday evening begins with the fun 1995 romantic comedy romp, While You Were Sleeping, starring Sandra Bullock as Lucy, a Chicago Transit Authority token collector who saves a man's life and is mistaken as his fiancé, all right, while he is in a coma. Then she and the patient's brother Jack, they become closer and learn more about each other and themselves than one would ever expect from such a coincidental event. So here's a peek. Have a look at this.
Sometimes when accidents happen,
Somebody help me, please! There's a train coming and it's fast! It's an express!
it's easier to fall in love.
Are you family?
No.
Family only.
No, you don't.
Guys, what do we got?
Oh, I was gonna marry him.
Is that the woman that saved his life?
Yeah, she's his fiance.
Where the is he?
Dad, don't marry
What's going on?
He's in a coma.
On Christmas Day. How did this happen? He was pushed from the platform at the train station.
Who's she?
She's his fiance.
His fiance?
Yeah. He's just engaged. I always wanted him to find a nice girl. I'm so glad he found you.
While You Were Sleeping, Saturday at 7 on 3. The stage is yours.
It's brilliant.
Man,
You've got to
awesome.
love Sandra Bullock. Just her ability to keep you glued to your TV screen. That's all happening right here on SABC3 this weekend. If you're looking to SABC3 and chilled, and then we've got you covered. You're sorted for the weekend. Let us know what you're going to be getting up to using the hashtag Expresso Show.
Well, of course, it's time for us to get into another installment of Fab or Fail. You know how this game works. We take a look at some iconic red carpet moments throughout the years. And, of course, as a prelude to the Oscars that's happening this weekend, the Sunday, to be exact. And Nicholas Spears, I know, has prepared some of the most iconic Academy Awards looks since dating back to 2002. So our fashion panel over here, you've got your paddles. Are you ready? And this is how we rate them. This is Fab, and this is Fail. All right, are we beginning?
Yes,
Let's
queen.
start off with the Best Actress Oscar winner, Gwyneth Paltrow, in 2002.
Girl, there is chicken for dinner, honey.
I'm so happy that
You know what I mean?
we're all in agreement here.
This
What
was
is
Alexander
happening?
McQueen.
This is the worst.
And she regrets it. She, in an interview, says this was her biggest fail on the red carpet. She should have worn a bra because those cutlets, I mean, those are coming through.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, no shape.
Look, it's not even that. It's just the combination of the top and the skirt and the braid in the hair and the smoky makeup. It's just,
I love the monster on the cape.
Wow.
See,
Part of her outfit.
no,
Oh.
it's the person next to it, but it is a monstery look. So
It is a monster look. How about this one? 2011 Best Actress Oscar winner,
my
Miss
God.
Halle Berry.
Oh, my Lord.
Wow.
This was one of her best.
Wow, this was
right?
one of her best for sure.
And
She's had
sometimes
some incredible looks.
she's had some great Oscar looks. There are some moments where I think my girl lets us down, but this, from the hair, the styling to everything, there's not one thing on this look that doesn't work.
And I love it when her hair was so short with that pixie
Yes,
hairstyle. This was her
Pixie
best look
Halle.
ever.
She
Love
looked
it.
amazing.
2006 multiple Oscar nominee Michelle Williams.
Oh my Lord, yeah. What?
You
Okay,
don't
thank
like
God,
it?
no, me and you.
You don't like it?
No,
but you don't
me
like
and Williams.
yellow.
I have a problem with when we were talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
The yellow.
But look
the
on her
shade
skin.
of yellow.
She's
It's just
fair. You do the yellow. Remember the green under? Do I need to bring the green undertones again into the conversation?
Do you want to? Twitter's go get you.
Oh, they're gonna
No,
get
but
me
you know
back.
what
Twitter's go
looks
get you.
nice? She's very pale. The yellow is a great contrast
Thank
with
you.
her hair, with
And
the red lip.
No, she's
And
almost
Heath
fading.
Ledger.
She's fading away.
We miss Heath.
We miss, and yeah.
I can't believe you're hating on a dead man's girlfriend.
Wow. Okay, that
Whoa, you don't
escalated
have to
quickly.
take it there, no.
Oh, I did. I took it there.
2004, Diane Keaton, 4-time Oscar nominee and 1-time winner.
Guys, it's Diane Keaton.
No, I
It's
love
Diane
her, but I don't
Keaton.
love that.
Okay, you can't win just because you're Diane Keaton.
Yes, you can.
That's a bit too much. Is this the gloves? Is that a tie? That's just.
This is sort of a throwback to her
I'm
Annie,
sorry.
Annie
I'm
Hall
sorry.
days, anyone?
This is her trying out for The Greatest Showman 50
What
years
happened
ago.
to individuality? What happened to being an individual?
That dress as well? Thank you. Moving along. 2006, Charlize Theron, Best Actress winner and South Africa's Sweetheart.
Oh, my Lord, no.
You didn't like it?
No, Zoe Brown.
I'm sorry.
Zoe Brown, no.
Are we looking at the same picture?
Yes, we are.
Do you
We
know
very much
what?
are.
There's just too many variations
much.
in texture going on here. She needed to pick one
Yeah.
and stick with it.
This is like 80s beauty queen
sticking
hair.
with
Zoe Brown, why?
answer.
Do you like
I'm very
it?
sorry.
I think it's Charlize
Charlize Theron.
Theron. No, it looked. She pulled it off. I don't think anyone could have pulled off that look.
I don't think she pulled off that look either.
Yeah, no, she looked up too.
She looks
All right.
beautiful.
Thank you so much, Nick Strelitz. Thank you so much,
you
Zoe
for
Brown, for being our
everyone.
style panel. This was fab or fail. You can, of course, maybe go take a look back at those looks and see if you thought it was amazing or not so much.
Here we go. All right, guys, stick around to your Feel Good Breakfast show. We do have a few more minutes left. I think a good half an hour, yes. So you can stick around a little longer. We'll be making a roasted marshmallow, peppermint, crisp chocolate dessert. It's going to be delicious. But you know what's even better? These guys, the Opit Dance Crew, and they're bringing us the Expresso Friday Dance. Show them what you got, guys. Just do your thing. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah.
Pick it up, groove. Baby girl, watch how you move. I got them vests on my shoes. I pop up, put it out loose. Wait, speed it up. Look at the diamonds, they eat it up. Got me too, stop eat it up. They thinking I'm wife and delete it up. Oh wait, pints in, call up rocket. My brother put like a socket. Kicking this door, yeah, I got him. Open the safe, you can't lock it. Sipping that walk, yeah, go to the top. Bustin' your like a Glock. She got to suck on my. I get the money, don't stop. Dexter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you like this beat too, but you a fucking goofy though. Oh wait.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Do you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy? Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. 5.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, from city life to adventure, wildlife to culture, breathtaking scenery to sun-soaked coasts, there is always something to discover by taking a short left in our own beautiful country, South Africa. So we're going to be playing a game this morning. We're calling it Holiday Monopoly, and Zoe's going to be selecting what experiences she would choose with 3,000 Rand, because sometimes that's just all that it takes. Okay, Zoe, so would you like to see your options today?
Yes, please.
Option number 1, in Gauteng, you can enjoy 2 nights accommodation at the Forever Hotel at Warm Baths, including coach transport from Southgate or Sandton, breakfast daily, a game drive, a special braai night, and a welcome pack containing gifts and refreshments. Now, they have 2 options available. You can explore it from 2,396 Rand for a triple room, or if you're looking for a more romantic double room, then it's from 2,599 Rand. Sound good?
That sounds good, and it's within the budget.
It's within the budget.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, girl, your options are hard, because now we're going to the Western Cape. So reel in your romantic interest with a spectacularly scenic group sunset cruise towards Clifton Beach, while sipping on some champagne, darling, and enjoying a delectable offshore picnic on the Serenity 1 catamaran. You can sip on a cocktail at the onboard bar. You can take a dip in the ocean or jump on the trampoline, all while the boat docks at Clifton Beach. You can explore it from, I cannot believe this, 1,999 Rand.
Ooh.
Ooh, girl, you're still gonna have
I don't know
change.
if you'll be able to take a dip in the ocean. It's cold.
if you're wearing a wetsuit, then it's fine. All right, cool. Finally, KZN. You don't need to travel to Venice to experience a romantic gondola ride. A hashtag short-left to KwaZulu-Natal will see you sailing along Durban's canal with the city light, the night lights twinkling in the distance. So imagine rose petals scattered inside the gondola and a delectable picnic basket for two. Explore it from 1,169 Rand. It's insane. And then in Mpumalanga, you can enjoy 2-night couples retreat at the Forever Lodge Mountain Sheba, including coach transport, breakfast, dinner daily on the romantic turn down with chocolate and sparkling wine, and a 500 Rand day spa voucher for each couple to use towards a treatment of their choice. You can explore it from 2,999 Rand. So basically, everyone is a winner with short-left deals. And Zoe Brown, which one would you take? Oh, I don't want to be you.
I feel like this is a tough choice, but it's all within the budget.
Okay, cool.
With under 3,000. But I feel like every single penny needs to be spent.
Of course.
The place I haven't spent a lot of time in yet is Mpumalanga.
Okay.
So I would definitely go for the Forever Lodge Mount Sheba in Mpumalanga and use every single cent of my money.
So you're going to definitely be taking up that couple's
with the massage, of course.
Oh, I'm telling you, I have the feels from all of those because all of them are within the budget. So you can visit www.shortleft.co.za for more great 2-for-2 deals. So amazing.
Oh, goodness me. It's a Friday morning, man. It's so good to be in your company. Thank you very, very much for joining us this morning. So while Katlejo slurps on his coffee, we are making something delicious to go with our pull-apart braai-broodjies that we made a little bit earlier on. Something unique, something decadent, something that you can make wherever you are if you have an empty tin.
Yeah. I don't slurp my coffee. I sip it like the Duchess of Sussex.
Ah,
sorry.
Let's see. Now, see, it's ridiculous. Anyways, I mean, the manners on the show.
I love the creativity behind using these tins, because you use them at home and then you want to throw them away, but this is a great, unique kind of way of...
Yeah,
how about that?
So take us through this recipe, a nice little dessert. It's something that I am definitely looking forward to make this weekend as well. Yeah, how do we start?
Yeah, well, the tins are a beautiful idea, and if you don't have tins at home, the normal, like the foil aluminium things, you can also use the foil tins, as we used to do. So, we've got our tin.
Don't throw away your tins.
And now we are adding, guys, this is very naughty, but weekend, and it's so good.
Hey, we like a bit of naughtiness from time to time.
So
otherwise life would be boring.
Exactly.
Be naughty.
Exactly.
Caramel treat.
We've got some caramel treats. We've got, and then what I like to do, if you would like, a little bit of salt on top of that.
Okay.
If you like the sweet salty, but today we're just doing more sweet.
Yep. Does the saltiness enhance the flavor of the sweet?
I just like that salted caramel taste. I just feel like it's a bit of a nice break.
It's a thing.
Matches made in heaven.
And then what we're going to do now is we're going to take some biscuits.
Yes.
Any kind of biscuits that you like, and crumble it on top.
Okay.
Just kind of break it up.
The coconut variety.
Yes, coconut variety.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do now is, after this layer, is top it with peppermint chocolate. So it's almost like a peppermint crisp dessert, but it's like hot and gooey and yum.
Speaking of which, you just mentioned the key word right there. Dessert. SMS that to 33728 and we'll send you a link to the recipe as well as
the
ingredients. But it's very basic, very easy to put together.
Very easy, just a bit of a layer. And how cool are these big marshmallows?
They're massive.
So you either can do like normal marshmallows at home, or if you can find these are very cool.
So you just need one of those.
Boom.
Otherwise you can use a bunch of the smaller ones.
Yes.
And then what happens?
Into the braai.
Into the braai.
Into the braai.
For how long?
On the braai, sorry.
You can go into the braai as well if you want.
So do you put it, would you put it, let's say I'm outdoors, like I'm going to be this weekend, I'm making a fire, do you put it on your grid or do you actually put it in the cold?
No, you put it on the braai. Like as I've done, and the funny thing is I had an English teacher years ago that there was a comment she said, it's the squirrel is of the log. I was like, what? What does that even mean? And we have this whole joke about whether it's of or on or,
Okay.
So it's an English thing.
So wait, does that actually mean that the squirrel is on the log? Not made of the log?
I think so. I don't know, but
Have you guys heard that?
And then that's what you do.
English isn't done. And then obviously it comes out and your marshmallows are all gooey and delicious. And then you can either indulge with it in the tin.
Yes.
With your ice cream. Or you can decant it on a plate and just be like the smorgasbord of goodness.
Like, listen to you, hey? Smorgasbord and stuff. I love it.
Decant it on a plate. It's a smorgasbord. I would
just shows
say,
how educated I am with all
take
my...
it out the tin.
Yeah, what a mix that you take it out on the plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we use your
My caramel spoon.
You dig in there, man.
Your caramel glazed teaspoon.
If you want to get your hands on this recipe, it's very easy. Look how quick it was to put it together as well. The keyword is dessert. SMS that to 33728. That's dessert to 33728. Yes, man. Look at that.
Can we even find a way of, like,
It's very good.
Yeah.
I mean,
get inside.
that looks good if I say so myself.
Get inside.
Get inside.
That's
or
really
outside.
Good.
Inside the mouth or out the mouth? On the mouth.
Listen, and if you have enough of those giant marshmallows, you can get your friends to play Chubby Bunny with them. They are amazing to play Chubby Bunny with.
But you need like one and I'd be done.
Go. Okay. No, you're first. Gabby, go. Gabby, we have to go together, all of us. Okay.
Dessert to 33728. We'll end it off with a game of Chubby Bunny.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, the eating doesn't stop here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. We're nearing the end of the show, but not without some good jams coming through from Kimberly, who I now call Kim because we're friends now, right? So last night I spent some time stalking you on the internet and I found the most beautiful video for the next track, which you're going to perform for us, for you. Tell me more about that.
So it's the debut single on my EP, and I released it a few weeks ago. It's on YouTube, it's on iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, wherever you can find it, it will be there.
And it sounds amazing. You're going to perform it here, right?
Yes.
Tell them you saw it on TV here first on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Kimberly, take it away, baby girl.
Thank you. Thank you. What a beautiful day.
Opened up my eyes, the sun is creeping at the window. Choose to praise the day, cause there's a promise that it's warm. Sun-kissed skin, coconut oil, face beat to heaven, and it's just to spread this glow. Glow, glow.
You better glow, girl.
Glow, 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 glow. Do it for you, do it for you, yeah. Do it for you, do it for you, no. Do
events coming up and all that kind of stuff. We'll chat about that. And what are you guys dancing to?
It's actually a mashup of 3 songs. One's like a DJ mix, then there's the shoe challenge and a level up as well.
Oh,
so
man!
It's a mashup of 3 different
level up.
styles, yeah.
That's going to be fun. Okay, hold on to this.
Nicolas, 2 minutes.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso right here on SABC3. Couple of minutes left of your Friday morning. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you've just joined us, where have you been?
I think you might still have some marshmallow.
Dude, that was one big marshmallow.
That was huge. That was huge.
That was insane, yeah.
Guys, we love to round off a show, and in fact, a week on a very positive note. We try to inform the way that you think and choose the kind of thoughts that go into your head. So Nairobian have been inspiring us on a daily basis. We're going to pass some of those good vibes on to you. I dig this quote. This might be one of the coolest things I've come across this week. And it says, and really listen, try to take this on board, absorb it. Okay. Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence.
Ooh, wow. Yes.
I love that. So optimism is the
Powerful.
faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence. Have hope and be confident.
I love that.
Absolutely.
That's where it all starts. You can't just hope. You've also got to be confident about the fact that you are going to go out there and give it your best, and it might happen. Or will happen.
For me, it's like having that self-belief. You've got to believe it first.
Yeah.
But you've also, because life will kick you down. It'll kick you in the teeth. So you've got to have hope that there is something better, something more.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how much of a shift you can bring about in the world around you when you start within yourself with that positive, just a switch.
And don't give yourself limits as well. So if you fail once, it's not to say it'll never happen. You keep trying and keep trying.
In
and
fact,
that's
if
what
you're not
optimism
failing,
is.
you're doing something wrong.
Completely.
Boom. We've given you about 10 quotes there.
Powerful stuff. Look at the two of you together.
Hey.
I
Just
wanted
like
to say
positive.
something, but I just figured like it's
But
not
your
going to
mouth was so
be as
filled with
profound.
marshmallows that you
Hashtag
couldn't.
enough said.
I guess the only thing I can say is the fact that it has to be a choice, because I know that how difficult it is, especially if you're in a difficult situation. Maybe you are bombarded with a lot of negativity in your life as well, but it really is up to you to find that optimism every single morning, the minute you set foot out of your bed, which is a very hard part, let's admit it. It's very, very hard.
Find it in a marshmallow.
Exactly. I found it, I did find it in a marshmallow and a pull-apart braaibroodjie this morning. I did, yeah. It can hit from anywhere.
This is like a support group for positivity. I love it.
Why are you pointing at us? Are you not part of it? You're
No,
just like,
I'm just
"Yes,
looking
it's
at just
like-"
how
Do you feel
positive
better
you guys. I do.
having listened to our little
Just listening to it is
sermon?
wonderful.
Are you taking it all in?
Taking it all in, just feeling it right here in the feels.
Yeah.
You know what else makes me positive?
What makes you positive?
Music.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Dance.
That's
And
right.
dance.
Dance.
Yeah, all of that wrapped up into this bundle of coolness. Meet the Opit dance crew, some of the coolest people I've ever met. Luke, Zoe, Leah, and Nicholas join us to kick us off into the weekend. But before we get to that, I want to talk a little bit about what Opit is all about, because it's more than just a dance crew. It's more than just very cool gear. It's a movement that you started, Nicholas.
Yeah. So the movement actually started, or the brand idea for the brand started in 2005.
Yeah.
I just thought of, you know, I was always a sportsman and I always loved fashion.
Yeah.
So the idea behind the tracksuit, as you can see, it's made out of dry fit material, so it's good for sportswear, quick dry, and also at the same time, it looks stylish.
Yeah, Luke is out here just like, you know.
So Opit, it just basically means that you're on top of things, and you're always moving forward with your life, no matter what the case may be.
Too busy living. And so how are you living out this brand? Is it through dance, through sport, and how can people get involved, man?
So yeah, definitely. I'm living through these kids, to be honest. The energy, the passion, and the love they have for what they do. doing inspires me even more to push and go further. That's why I'm doing it. Ultimately, if I could, you know, build a team of uppets and have an academy, that's the idea behind what I would love to do.
Yeah, empowering kids, man. Taking them off the street, getting them to be too busy living, doing the good stuff. Pass the mic to Luke over there. Luke, tell me, what is it like for you being part of the Uppet crew?
It's very nice, it's exciting, and you have to work very hard to be in the Uppet crew.
Yeah, absolutely. Talent, it's not just talent, it's the hard work as well. Zoe, are you enjoying being part of the Uppet crew?
Yes.
Yeah, why do you like it so much?
Because my whole family inspired me with dancing.
Oh, that's amazing. Leah, what about you? Why do you like it so much?
Because maybe I like to dance and I like to sing.
Man, that's two things that I love to do. So I'm going to take the mic from you. I know that you guys have prepared something special for us to get us into the mood for a Friday dance. So the stage is all yours. Let's do this!
Pick it up, groove. Baby girl, watch how you move. I got them vests on my shoes. I'll pop a pill and I lose. Wait, speed it up. Look at the diamonds, they eat it up. Got me two, stop eat it up. They thinking I'm wife and deleting them. Oh wait, ooh, pints in, call up rocket. My brother play like a socket. Kicking this door, yeah, I got it. Open the safe, you can't lock it. Sipping that walk, yeah, go to the top. Bustin' your like a Glock. She like to suck on my. I get the money, don't stop. Dexter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you like this beat too, but you a fucking goofy though. Oh wait.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let go. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let go. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up.
Oh my word! That just happened. Take a bow, guys. Take a bow. That's amazing.
Well done.
Well done. Amazing family. Come back, guys. Come back and stand back here.
How can you
Nicholas.
not love this?
That is amazing. The fact that they're doing it as a family as well and trying to just spread it throughout the community. How can people follow you guys and just join in on the adventure?
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Expresso, for giving us this opportunity. We are really, really grateful.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Means a lot to us. To catch or just to follow the movement. Yeah. At B-Boy Nicholas. You can follow on Instagram or Nicholas Leroux. You can follow. I'm always constantly posting, and from there you can get all information.
Why don't you start us off with a dance?
Luke, well done, Kimberly, thanks for the music as well. Hey, good luck to you. We'll be following you. Guys, let's get into the Friday mood, shall we?
Oh wait.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Expresso Morning Show, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.
Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.